Here at Tuskegee University, some of our historical figures like Booker T. Washington, George Washington Carver, those are some of the people that created or started that Tuskegee experience.
This place is so different. You have a support system, a real support system. We may ball and parlay, but the most important thing we do is graduate. And after we graduate, we accelerate in everything we do.
Yeah.
What's up? We need all the ladies to hit the dance floor. Where the ladies at? Hey!
Lou, you think they ready?
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
She acting like she know me. Oh, she must have heard about the way that I be. I pull her body to me slowly. Yeah, she whispered to me, are you ready for me? Don't even ask for me. I spend this cash probably. If you get loose, we can lose it out on this floor. So what you got for me? Cause we can both be in my kitchen, girl. Just listen first, I gotta see the
the real reason why I went after.
Good afternoon from Cleveland L. Abbott Memorial Stadium on the campus of Tuskegee University. It's homecoming 2021 for the Golden Tigers and the Tuskegee University family. Ken, it's an unusual day. The crowd is not normal, but the spirit is certainly deep-rooted here in Cleveland L. Abbott Memorial Stadium this afternoon. Beautiful day for football, and the Golden Tigers and the the Lane Dragons will be taking on the Golden Tigers today. I don't know why I had Miles on my mind. It's a little early for that.
That's all right. We got to knock them off too. You know, Frank, it's good to be here. It's homecoming day. Today is homecoming, and you know the Tuskegee way has always been, hey, the Tuskegee way. You know, you build through adversity and things do happen. But we're down here in these woods, just like down in Macon County and Tuskegee, we persevere. And whatever we have, we work with and we build from there. So the guys out here, they're still excited about playing. We have some fans that come out that want to see some football. They want to see homecoming. They supporting the university. Some of us have other concerns, but those things still they come to roost, and they handle themselves and work their way out as long as we stay maintained, Frank. And what we're doing now is maintaining. We got the coin toss going on. It's a beautiful day for football. And you know what I like to say, Frank? Let's see some ringers, dingers, stingers, and bell ringers out here. Let's see some football. That we came for football.
Vernon Brown will face Willie Slater. The Lane Dragons are 4-3-1, 1-2 in the SIAC. Willie Slater's Golden Tigers are 3-4, 2-1 in the SIAC as both captains for each team. The seniors are out for the Golden Tigers. Golden Tigers in their crimson jerseys and crimson pants. Lane is in their white jerseys and navy blue pants.
Yes, and you know, we get close to this. It's going to have a senior day, but we got some good seniors out there. Nate Harris has been doing an outstanding job on that front line, the front five. He's been the center, he's been the guard, he's been excellent, he's been a consistent guy, making plays, making blocks, and getting that extra yardage from 3rd and 1. So I'm be looking forward to seeing him have a good day because this is his homecoming year for this year. And there's a couple other, Carl Matthews, another great guy that's been playing hard. And Frank, I like the growth of the team. We started off, we had a rough start. But then again, it goes to show, just like Skiggy has always been, we persevered, and we persevere now without our band here today. But I'm looking forward to seeing some good football.
Well, there's a lot of adversity. President Morris addressed the crowd here in Cleveland L. Abbott Memorial Stadium regarding the Tuskegee University Marching Crimson Pipers, their inability to come here today and be a part of homecoming. There will be other comments regarding that as the week progresses, but right now we're getting ready for some Golden Tiger homecoming football, Ken, as the Lane Dragons are lining the tee. They're going to kick it off to the Golden Tigers of Tuskegee University, and homecoming 2021 is just seconds away here at Cleveland L. Abbott Memorial Stadium on the campus of historic Tuskegee University.
Okay, yes indeed, and this is the first time, Frank, Lane taking a little bit out of the Tuskegee playbook, and they're kicking off, giving the defense a chance to get out there. But the way our offense has been explosive, and Williams has been at quarterback, he's been an educated guy, he's been a smart guy, heads up, making pinpoint plays, getting out the pressure, and making things happen when it could be a loss, and he makes a gain out of it and saves the play.
Lining up the tee, Ford Lane out of Jackson, Tennessee, is number 18 for the Dragons of Lane. That's going to be Isaiah Givens. We'll make sure that name is correct as he gets ready to kick it off for the Miles Dragons. Here's the kickoff. That's going to be number 13. Noah Schultz is going to kick it off for the Dragons. It'll roll out of bounds. Vanson, the kickoff return guy for the Golden Tigers, let it roll out of bounds. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Golden Tigers. They'll mark it on the 35-yard line.
Frank, and I like that. That's good heads-up play. You get this time to see this. No, they won't. Week 8, and as opposed to him picking the ball up, he let it go out of bounds. So he's seen there, and he got stay smart, and that's what we want. We want to see a team become a veteran team at this part in the game, to where you make a conscious decision and you let that ball go out of bounds so they get better field position and start.
Here come the Tigers. Ken Woodard, 1st and 10 for the Golden Tigers. The ball is on the Tuskegee University 35-yard line. Lewis Williams, who made a name for himself in the SIAC this last week, will start off the quarterbacking chores for the Golden Tigers. Avante Patterson is the sole back in the backfields. Number 88, the tight end, is going to be in motion. Here's the play. Lewis gives it to Patterson. Patterson gets inside. He crosses the 35. He'll get to the 37. He'll pick up 2 yards on that play. It's going to be 2nd down and 8. First play of the game goes 2 yards here for homecoming 2021, Ken Woodard.
Yes, indeed, and I like that. Like he ran down. Nate Harrison is that left guard over there, and Cameron, they switch positions. Yeah, Cameron is the center right now on that front line, but I like the way they can gel together and switch positions.
2nd down and 8 for the Tigers. Lewis Williams calling the signals, has receivers either side. Lewis throws it, overthrows it out of bounds. Intended receiver was Steve Hodges, the wide receiver out of Park Crossing High School out of Montgomery, Alabama. A little bit overthrown on that play, Ken. It's going to bring up 3rd and 8. Ball will remain on the 37.
Hodges is one of those guys you got to keep a look at because he can go deep at any time. He's also a 1,000-yard receiver that we got out there on the field. So he got some hands of glue, and I like the way he do. And you're going to see that combination again before.
3rd and 8, ball on the 37. 14-20, first quarter action. 3rd play of the game, Lewis Williams. Drops back, looks for his receiver in the flats. Little screen pass caught there by, it's going to be DeVar Hamilton. Well, actually, that's going to be Jonathan Monteval on the receiving end for the Golden Tigers. And that's going to put Tuskegee in punt formation, Ken. First punt for Duff here as he is getting ready to punt it off. Ryan Duff will stand inside of his own 25-yard line. Blaine back in punt formation. 13:44 in the first quarter of this ball game. Scoreless. It's homecoming for the Golden Tigers. They face the Lane Dragons here in Cleveland L. Albert Memorial Stadium. Fair catch call, just going to bounce out of bounds around the 15-yard line. Miles will have it first and 10. They'll mark it. Actually, Ken, they're going to mark it, it looks like, on the 16-yard line.
16-yard line, yes. That's great. Lane defense came out and was a little bit aggressive on that screen over there. They had trips and they had the screen. It was a one-on-one blocking helmet to helmet, and they kind of won the advantage on that, defeat the block and make the tackle. And Lane was able to put them in punt for a situation. And let's see if the offense have the same kind of dynasty on there.
Michael Huntley will call the signals for the Lane Dragons. First and 10. Ball is on their own 16-yard line. Huntley has receivers either side, man in motion. Here's Huntley, gives it to the first man through, and he's hit immediately by the Golden Tigers, making that stop for Tuskegee University. It's going to be Vernon Samuels, the defensive lineman. Great stop there, Ken. What a great defensive play by the Golden Tigers.
You want a big horse like that in there. He take two, baby, and it take two to tango, man. He took two of those and made a great tackle on that number 72. Great job. And a great way to establish off the first play.
Huntley has two receivers to the far side, two receivers to the near side. Second down and 7. Ball is on the 18. Huntley throws a screen to one of his secondary receivers coming out of the backfield. That's going to be number 1. Anthony Evelyn is going to move the ball for the Lane Dragons. It'll move it they'll mark it inside of the 25-yard line. It'll be a second down and 7. They'll mark it on let's see where that ball is going to actually be spotted. It's going to be on the 25-yard line. Number 12, Michael Huntley, has receivers. Trips to the left, one receiver to the near side. Somebody move, is going to be false start against the Dragons. And it's going to be all for naught, Ken. It looks like, somebody moved. We saw a flag on that play, I thought, Ken.
We got a flag on the play.
I thought there was a flag on the play. They're going to talk it over.
There you go.
12:06, first quarter action. Frank Lee, along with Ken Woodard, we're at first quarter action here in Tuskegee, Alabama. 12:06.
And the penalties declined. That was the penalty against the Golden
Tigers. It's going to be good for a Lane first down. The ball will be marked on the 43-yard line of Lane. 12:03 in the first quarter of the ball game. Looks like Michael Huntley trips to the far side. One receiver to the left. One man in the backfield. He gives it to number 24. His first man through. That's going to be Ike Brown. Ike Brown on the carry. He was hit immediately by the Golden Tigers. Great defensive read, Ken, by the Golden Tigers on that last play.
I like that. And 44 being aggressive outside linebacker. Jeremy D's been a great guy. He's been playing D-line and outside linebacker. He kind of got a twofer going on there. And I really like that aggressiveness to establish that dominance when that ball carry comes to you. For big fella didn't have no place to run, but they got a nice running back in Lane College. He's a thick guy.
Second down and 10 for Huntley. Huntley gives it out, has a man through. He breaks the tackle and he gets it inside. He's going to get to the 44 and he'll pick up a couple yards on that play, Ken. It looks like he's going to be good enough for a Lane first down.
Yes, I like it. That Lane does have a big bruiser back there as running back number 24. I like the way he tried to put it, penetrate, make some things happen. Ike Brown is that running back for Lane College.
Scoreless contest here at Cleveland L. Albert Memorial Stadium. It's homecoming. Huntley trips to the left. One receiver to the far side. Third and 8. Screen pass to number 1. That's going to be Anthony Evelyn. And Evelyn is going to be forced out of bounds around the 45-yard line. First and 10. They're going to pick up a first down on that play. 10-15 in the first. Lane moving the football. Here's Huntley, fires it out again in the flats, and he is going to be stopped. He evades 1-2 tackles. He's going to be brought down around the 43-yard line. Ken, that was hard. That was hard real estate by Lane, but it was good second and third effort on Lane's part. And we got the cornerback. You got to come up and make that tackle. That was number 8. Third down and 2. It's Michael Huntley. Has 2 receivers to the near side, 2 to the far side. Looks over, gets a signal from the sideline. Play clock is running. 9:31, first quarter action. Game is scoreless. Here's play. Huntley fires it out, throws long, has a man open. He's caught inside of the 18-yard line, and that's going to be good, Ken, for another Lane first down. Michael Huntley found his receiver there, wide open. That was going to be number 15. It's going to be Micah Grigsby on that Lane first down.
That was miscoverage there. Definitely Keon, the corner, he came up and covered the flag, and he thought he had
first and 10 from the 19-yard line. Wide open field goes number 24 for Lane. That's going to be Ike Brown. Ike Brown gets it inside. He's shy of the red zone. They'll mark it. No, they'll mark it inside, maybe around the 15-yard line. Miles on a no huddle fires a fade to the end zone. It's going to be easily caught. Touchdown. Lane strikes first in the contest. About a 17-yard fade route to number 15. That's going to be Micah Grigsby on the receiving end. It's Lane. Gets on the scoreboard first, Ken.
Yep, Frankie, Lane seen that defense wasn't ready, wasn't moving as quick enough. They went with a no huddle. No huddle was a no-brainer. And the quarterback said, hey, just give me the ball. And the wide receiver said, hey, look, I'm going deep. That's like a Jerry Rice and Montana kind of connection when they working together. And that our defense need to get together and get some more communication out there.
Noah Schultz will do the PAT for the Dragons. It's up and it's good. We have a 7-0 ball game as Lane found his way on the scoreboard first, Ken. 7-0 ball game. Let's pause on the Tuskegee Digital Network.
Here at Tuskegee University, some of our historical figures like Booker T. Washington, George Washington Carver, those are some of the people that created or started that Tuskegee experience.
This place is so different. You have a support system, a real support system. We may ball and parlay, but the most important thing we do is graduate. And after we graduate, we accelerate in everything we do.
Thank you guys for what you do for HBCU athletics. This is a fantastic avenue for all of us. This is our ESPN, so we love what you guys do. Brian, AD, Roy, all you guys at BCSN. We really appreciate what it is that you guys do for us.
Can I get the now bar, please? $1. Have a good one. Got it.
Hey, what's going on?
Hey.
Let me get a now bar.
Sure. $1.
Appreciate you.
Got it.
It didn't. What happened was a gentleman wanted to do the Black College Sports Network in partnership with the HBCU for these black colleges.
Absolutely.
And it would have educated the Black College Sports Network. This is what he wanted to do. That would have educated a lot of black kids. Okay. That was the real reason why I got into it, was when I saw what happened with the Black College Sports Network, which I.
This is
Brian Fulford.
Now, let me correct myself, Ken Woodard. I don't know why I keep saying Miles. We're playing Lane today for homecoming. I guess I must have Miles on the brain for some reason.
Miles on the brain.
8:34 in the ball game in the first quarter. Lane 7, Golden Tigers 0 as Lane got itself on the scoreboard first. We have a 7-0 ball game as the Dragons will kick it off to the Golden Tigers. Here's the kick. Schultz will kick it off to the Golden Tigers. Back deep is Valson for the Golden Tigers. The wall is formed. Here's the play. He gets it inside, Valson does, to the 21-yard line. That's going to be Jamal Pritchett, brother. Correction, Jamal Pritchett on the kickoff return rather than Valson for the Golden Tigers. And that's going to bring it 1st and 10. Ball will be on the 21-yard line of the Golden Tigers. Lane 7, Tuskegee 0 with 8:25 in the first quarter. It's homecoming on the campus of Tuskegee University, Ken and AD. It's going to be an exciting day, cool afternoon, probably the coolest day that we've had this year. Probably about 58, 59 degrees. 8:25. Here goes Lewis Williams. Williams has 2 receivers to the near side, 1 to the right. Lewis Williams made a name for himself last week in Ohio. He got the starting job. He sees something that he does not like, and he's going to call. The clock did run out. I thought he was going to call timeout, but he didn't. Looks like it's going to be delay a game against the Golden Tigers. 5 yards are going to be stepped off against the Golden Tigers. That'll move the ball back to the 16-yard line, Ken.
And, it's a true fact, Frank. Any given Saturday, you got to bring your A game off consistently. And Lane came to play today.
Lane has had a pretty impressive year this year. Lewis Williams on a quarterback keeper calls his own number, crosses the 22-yard line. He'll pick up a couple yards maybe on that play. He was pushed out of bounds by the Dragons.
Good job, Lewis, getting that extra 5 yards, but, that's a lot of punishment you got to take as a quarterback. You don't want to get tackled like that too much. You want to lay it down, get the yardage you can. But he's been known. That's one of his bread and butter is that read option. He take that ball and take it upfield, north and south.
Lewis Williams calling the signals for the Tigers from the 21-yard line as the Dragons of Lane lead this ball game 7-0. Lewis Williams sets up, wants to throw, evades a few Dragons. He runs out of bounds and he throws it on the run, finds a man open, and on the last minute he got the football off, and Keon Webb caught the football inside of the 30-yard line. Great athletic ability, Ken, by Williams.
Excellent athletic ability. Great job by Keon Webb. When you see your quarterback in distress, you're known to come towards him or go all the way deep and let the arm fly. But he was in the distress mode. Corner was coming up to nail him real good, and he was able to release it because Keon Webb came towards him and was able to get some good yardage out there.
That was the slowest developing scramble I have ever seen, my brothers.
But he got that ball off, AD.
Yes, he did. It's like it took him forever to get over there to that right sideline and throw it downfield.
Exactly. But, they kept the play alive, and what you say, that's a good heads-up play, not giving up and dealing with the adversity out there. You've seen him grow, Drew. I would tell you, Frank, you just seen him grow. About 4 or 5 weeks ago, he wouldn't have made that play. He'd been sacked and went out of bounds with it. But that was a great job. And the wide receiver kept to help him out too. Because when your quarterback is distressed like that, Drew and Frank, as you well know, that you gotta get to him. You gotta show him.
Well, what's going on here, guys? We had a long TV break, and I guess it's gonna go back. Getting back to live action, it's going to be on the 21-yard line. Ball is on the 21-yard line of the Golden Tigers. Lane Dragons lead Tuskegee University at homecoming 7-0 with 7:27 in the first quarter. Here's Lewis Williams. Has 2 receivers to the left, 2 to the right. Williams on a long count. Takes his time. Box signals. Williams drops back. It's going to be a pass. He looks for number 5, and that's going to be Stephen Hodges. And Williams couldn't get a connection with him, Ken. Looks like there was a little misdirection on that pass route. And that's going to bring in, again, Ryan Duff, who's been a busy guy today.
Yes, indeed, right. But I like that. It was a nice route ran, and it was enough for the first down. And he had a nice little rifle on that. Williams had, he just didn't have enough spit on there to get that ball all the way up to him. It was a little too low and went in the dirt.
Ryan Duff will stand on his own 6-yard line. Back deep for the Dragons of Miles will be, let's see who that's going to be. We'll wait and get a number for him. Here's Duff. He gets it off. Great punt taken. It's going to be waved as a fair catch. It's going to take a big Golden Tiger bounce down to the 38-yard line. Actually, it's going to be the 34-yard line. And back deep for Lane was number 86, Virgil Young.
Yep. Hey, Frank, you know, every time you hear my giggle on that punt, Huff does a great job. And the first guy down there is my favorite fellow for special team is Fuentes. He got down there and he can take a lick every time. He's able to stay on his feet right now. I love it when he stays on his feet, but he takes a lick every time. I love it. I mean, that's a go-getter spirit that will not be denied. You know, you come out here, it's a contact sport, and he plays it fully contact, even though he's taking a lot of the blunt of it. He's handling it very well, Frank.
Here, let's recognize some members of the Tuskegee University Athletic Golden Tiger Hall of Fame that have left us since this past homecoming. David Ogletree, who played with you, who's inducted 2017. Lorenzo Ogden Jr., inducted in 2006. Bruce Lawrence Johnson, inducted in 2019. James Reynolds, your high school football coach, 2007. Colonel William Campfield Jr., 2005. Drury Watson Jr. out of Eufaula, Alabama, 2013.
Linebacker.
Cecil Leonard, the legendary Cecil Leonard, originally from Sylacauga, Alabama, 1987. Warren Reynolds, one of the 10 tall men out of Dothan, Alabama. He was inducted in 1999. And Artis M. Davenport, who was inducted in 2007. These members of Tuskegee Athletic Hall of Fame are being remembered here at the Homecoming 2021 on the campus of Tuskegee University. Ken, it's been a virtual as well as a hybrid homecoming. This is a live event here. It's not recorded. There have been many activities during the week, and there have been hybrid and visual.
Yes, it has.
Virtual, rather. They were visual, but they were virtual. 7:02 in the first quarter of the ball game. Lane with the football. And I've been told that the quarterback of Lane, his name is Huntley, and he has a Tuskegee connection. Huntley,
outstanding,
calling the signals for Lane, has a man open. Play action, Huntley on a reverse for the Golden Tigers read. They adjust, but Lane picks up a few yards on that play. They'll get it to the 43-yard line. They'll pick up maybe about 8 yards on that play, Ken.
That's a great job, Anthony Evelyn. We had it in the back, and Lane did some great heads up because it could have been a clip play back there, Frank, and they could have called it right there. But the guy nipped him just a little bit.
Michael Huntley gives it off again to his back. He rolls around and rolls off 2 Golden Tigers, and he's going to be pushed down and he's going to pick up a first down, and he'll be pushed out, Ken, around the 48-yard line. First down for the Dragons of Lane.
Yes, indeed. Brown, he got that little butterball effect to him, Frank. But he don't have a problem putting it in there, and he keep them legs moving. That's what you talk about.
Here's Huntley. He gives it again to the first man through, number 22 for Lane. That's going to be Leonard Kelly. Kelly is out of Bessemer, Louisiana on that run for the Dragons.
Yes, that good straight up head-to-head, helmet to helmet, blood alley football.
Michael Huntley, Ken, he's a senior out of Montgomery, Alabama. The signal caller for Lane has a man in motion, play action fake. Number 24 goes up the middle for Lane, and that's going to be Ike Brown. And Ike Brown is going to be stopped immediately by the Golden Tiger front.
Yep, Jeremy D's making good job. He's been doing well. He's a very aggressive tackler. I like, hey, you're going to run the ball, Frank. Make him pay for it, okay? Okay, and I like Jeremy D's did a great job. And 72 did a great job. He lost his helmet, so he won't be out on the field for this next play. He got to come out the game for a play.
Huntley has receivers, 2 to the left, 2 to the right. 3rd down and 6 for the Dragons of Lane. Here's Huntley on a long count. He claps his hands, makes some adjustments, looks to the sideline. 5 minutes and counting. First quarter action. The Dragons lead the Tigers 7-0. Here goes Huntley, has a man in motion. He gets it off before the clock runs out. Huntley has a man open across the middle inside of the number one. He gets it to the, he's going to be down on the
That's a 33-yard line.
Down on the 33-yard line, and Huntley executes well, Ken. He's takes his time, reads well, and he picked up a first down on that last play.
With number 1 out, and Anthony, they throwing it to him again.
They're going back again to his primary target, Anthony Evelyn. Fort Lane. Evelyn is 5'9", 155-pounder out of Jacksonville, Florida, on the reception for the Dragons.
Frank, definitely with some elusive feet, wouldn't you say, Drew, over there? I really like the way he moves his feet. Number 1, he makes things happen when he gets a hold of the ball.
That's right. Has one man to the near side. Huntley claps his hands, drops back. Huntley on a pass, runs out of the pocket, and Huntley gets inside. He slides down to the 15-yard line, and Michael Huntley did an outstanding job reading that defense, Ken. He's 5'9". I'm sorry, Michael Huntley is not 5'9". Let's see here. We're going to find out that in just a minute. I was looking at the wrong guy on the roster. Let's go back to that.
Okay, we come back to
well, there's another 15 on this side.
5'11", 203.
5'11", 203. Thanks, A.D. Drew. 3 minutes and 26 seconds. 1st and 10. Ball is on the 18-yard line of the Golden Tigers. Huntley has a man in motion. Huntley gives it again to Brown, and he's going to be stopped immediately by the Golden Tigers. That looks like that was going to be for Tuskegee University. Wesley Aberon on that play. One of the Aberon twins out of Montreal, Canada. We have both of them. They're twins on the Golden Tiger defensive unit.
That's correct. Number 14 and 15.
Wesley and Woody Aberon, the dynamic twin duo for the Golden Tigers. 2:49, 7-0 is your score. Miles has the Golden Tigers scoreless at homecoming. Huntley sends a receiver wide to the far side.
Look at that fullback, fellas.
Look at that big fullback. He's a big guy.
Big baby.
And I tell you,
yeah, well, you know, we went into that nickel defense. And when you go to that nickel defense, you got your corners back up there. You got a big guy, 55. He's weighing about 200.
He's actually an offensive lineman, but they
put him in the backfield.
Put him in the backfield, and he's a big guy.
He had a quarterback.
360 pounds.
Oh, I stand corrected. I gave him 260. Okay.
360, add 100 to it.
But guess what, Frank? He's going against a cornerback that's weighed 180 pounds. You know, that's definitely a double dip. That's twice as much coming at you out the backfield in 3-point stands. You know, that was good play call by Lane. The choice of plays they've been left and right. And they've been throwing the ball. They got good receivers that making heads up plays. And then notice one thing, Frank, we have the penalties. We haven't had penalties. We've been playing some smart ball on both sides of the field. But Lane came to spoil our homecoming right about this time right now. And let's don't say that. Let's not say that. They come to play.
while they're attending to go ahead.
Yeah, what they want, but what they're gonna get could be two different things.
All right, okay, I got you. I'll buy that. While we're waiting on the injured Golden Tiger on the field, let's take a break, AD. Go ahead.
Looks like he's getting up, so while he's getting up and coming off the field, I'll give you a few score updates.
Okay, go ahead and do that.
We'll go around the CIAA first. Shaw 17, Johnson C. Smith nothing in the third quarter. This is halftime. Bowie State 17, Virginia Union 7. In the third quarter, Shawan 20, Elizabeth City 7. Those are the current games going. Oh, and also in the second quarter, Fayetteville State 24, St. Augustine 12. For those who are really interested in it, and I know that's the game that everybody else is watching in the SIAC. If you're not watching this homecoming game, Albany State and Savannah State are still scoreless deep into the first quarter.
Thank you, AD. 2:19, first quarter action. Lane 7, Tuskegee University 0. Looking over, perusing the roster of Lane, we have a young man from Notasulga, Alabama, on the roster for Lane. Alabama, local guy from Notasulga High School. Let me look down and I'll tell you who that is momentarily. 2:19 in the first quarter. Lane 7.
I'll tell you who that is. That's Walter Tatum.
Walter Tatum out of Notasulga High School.
He was there when I was coaching at Notasulga High School.
Notasulga had a big win last night as well.
Yeah, Tatum played quarterback and D-back for us over at Notasulga.
How about that? Third down and 3. Ball is on the 18. Huntley. With big in the tight, big guy in the backfield. And they break it down, number 24. And the big offensive lineman, they were kind of knocked down by the Golden Tigers, kid.
Yeah, Tuna is his name. Tuna.
It's like Lane is going to attempt a field goal.
Doing the thing like refrigerator used to do back in the day, refrigerator period.
Lane will attempt a field goal. It looks like it's going to be a 25-yard field goal attempt. 7-0 is your score. Minute 35 in the first quarter. Lane in field goal formation. Here's a field goal. It's up, and it's going to be blocked. A live ball, and the Golden Tigers have it. Number 1 will run it, and he will go all the way. Touchdown, Tuskegee.
I see the laundry, fellas.
Oh, there you go.
They call it a touchdown.
It's a touchdown. A blocked field goal turns into a Tuskegee University touchdown, and that looks like number 1 for the Golden Tigers. Antonio Kimmons takes it about 80 yards for a Tuskegee University homecoming touchdown.
That's definitely going down in the books. Go ahead, AD.
And you need something like that when it seems like neither the offense nor the defense could get a rhythm thus far in the game. So you have to leave it to the third phase of the game, the special teams, to pick you up till everybody else finds their rhythm.
That is true. As Hussick will attempt the PAT for the Golden Tigers. It's up. No good. There was a flag. Looks like somebody
get to do it again.
We get a chance to kick it again. Hussick was blown. His PAT was blown dead before actually he got it off, and Golden Tigers will have another opportunity to kick the PAT again. 1:08 in the first quarter. Lane 7, Tuskegee 6. Golden Tigers just took a block field goal and marched down 80 yards for a Golden Tigers score. Here's Hussick. He'll attempt a PAT for the second time. 1:08, first quarter action. Frank Lee, Ken Woodard, and A.D. Drew. We're at home at Cleveland L. Abbott Memorial Stadium on the campus of Tuskegee University. Hussick will attempt it. Steve Hodges will hold. It's the second attempt for the PAT. It's up, and it's going to split the uprights. It's good.
Great job by Hussick. The holder getting that ball. That was a low snap. One hopped it to him.
The ball game is tied after an 80-yard block field goal. Number 1, Antonio Kinnan Jr. marched down Kid and AD 80 yards to get the Golden Tigers back in this contest against the Dragons of Lane. 7-7 is your score. Minute and 8 to go in the first quarter. Let's pause. You're listening to the Tuskegee Digital Network.
This is Brian Fulford. A.D. Drew and I are co-hosts of the BCSN Sports Wrap. We talk about all things related to HBCU athletics. From the games, teams, coaches, and fan interest stories, we cover it all. You can find our shows on Facebook at BCSN Sports Wrap, YouTube at MyJBN Online, and everywhere you listen to podcasts like Anchor, Spotify, Google, and Apple Podcasts. You can also find the show on the Jericho Broadcast Network's app. Make sure to download. We look forward to you joining the conversation and being a part of the show.
We're back live on the campus of Tuskegee University. It's homecoming 2021 as the Golden Tigers march back 80 yards from a blocked field goal attempt. And here's Hussick. He'll kick it off back to the Dragons. It'll roll inside. Great kickoff by Hussick. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Dragons. 108, Ken Woodard and A.D. Drew. Golden Tigers, just like that, get back in the contest and even the score.
Yeah, and I'm asking a question of my brother Ken, how hard do you think it is for these guys out here to get it going? Because it looks like they have no rhythm. There are no people here. There's no band here. What do you have to do on a day like this to motivate yourself, Ken?
You always do it from within, Frank. I mean,
I can tell you, self-motivation.
Can't nobody give you your self-esteem but yourself, okay?
Got to buy it.
And if you want to represent yourself well, I believe they're gonna come together. They hustling, just settling down in. This homecoming been big for them. They kind of
1st and 10 for the Dragons. Huntley throws out. It's going to be stopped immediately. The intended receiver was going to be Micah Gixby, and Gixby rather. He is hit immediately by the Golden Tiger secondary, Ken. Right back to everybody else.
That's my man right there, Berkeley's number 3, Carl Matthews. He had a great play the other last week for that win against
Michael Huntley calling the signals for the Dragons of Lane. He has Tuskegee ties. He comes from a athletic family here. His family natives of Tuskegee, Alabama. And Huntley calls his own number. He breaks through, uses the official for a shield. He picks up a 1st down. He'll take it down to the 40-yard line, calls his own number, shows elusive athletic ability as Huntley moves the Dragons down for another 1st down. It'll be 1st and 10. They'll mark the ball inside of the 38-yard line of the Dragons of Lane.
That's why they did NFL and some of the other leagues. They moved the umpire out and went with the center judge because of plays like that as we end the 1st quarter.
Yes, we end the 1st quarter. The score is deadlock. It's tied 7-7. Golden Tigers and the Dragons, they battle. It's homecoming 2021. You're listening to the Tuskegee Digital Network.
Yes, indeed.
The real reason why I went after Comcast and Charter, it didn't have anything to do with my cable networks. It didn't. What happened was a gentleman wanted to do the Black College Sports Network in partnership with the HBCUs, and Comcast did not accept it, and that would have made a lot of money for these black colleges. Absolutely. And it would have educated the Black College Sports Network. This is what he wanted to do. That would have educated a lot of black kids. And when they didn't do that, that's when I came off the bench and said, okay, I'm gonna light you up like a Christmas tree. Okay? That was the real reason why I got into it, was when I saw what happened with the Black College Sports Network, which I don't know. I just knew that these black, I knew that these black colleges were going to benefit, and these black kids were going to get the education that they deserved and not have to pay.
Whether it's advice on managing your anxiety or tools to help you stay grounded, Coping-19 provides a range of resources and self-care tips to help you cope with this pandemic. We can help. Find the resources that work best for you at coping-19.org.
It's the show where we take you inside the game before the game begins. It's the pregame. With your host, Charles Bishop and Neely. So get ready, because we pregame harder than the other show's party. It's the pregame.
Bounty versus the old family dish towel. Drying with a fresh sheet of Bounty leaves your hands cleaner than a used dish towel that can carry and redistribute food residue. So ditch the dish towel for better hand hygiene. Bounty, the quicker picker-upper.
A gentleman wanted to do the Black College Sports Network in partnership with the HBCUs.
Follow the Black College Sports Network and all of our shows on YouTube. You can find us at MyJBN Online and on all social media at MyBCSN1.
Let's get back to strolling instead of scrolling. Before we can safely come together, we need the facts on COVID-19 vaccines. Visit getvaccineanswers.org so you can make an informed decision for yourself and for your fam.
You're looking for the latest information on...
We're back live here on the campus of Tuskegee University as we get ready to begin the second quarter. 7-7 is your score. The Golden Tigers and the Dragons of Lane as Michael Huntley brings his Dragons out. It's 1st and 10. The ball is on the 39-yard line of the Dragons of Lane. Huntley, the sole signal caller for the Dragons, has it 1st and 10 from the 39. Here's Huntley. Drops back, rush heavily, throws, screen pass inside of the 40. He gets it to the 43-yard line, picks up 4 yards on that play as Huntley did a fantastic job, found one of his backs, Ken, and AD coming out of the backfield.
Yes, indeed. And, you know, we got to make those tackles up front. The first defender is Frank is they eluding the first defender, and they getting the extra yard. The second effort is killing us right now.
2nd down and 7. Ball is on the 43-yard line. Huntley, the sole starter for the Dragons, claps his hands. 14-22, second quarter action. Ball game is tied, 7-7. The Dragons have 2 receivers split to the far side, 1 to the near side. Here's Huntley. And Huntley gives it off, and that play gets nowhere, Ken. Number 34, Marquise LeDuc. Who was a ball carrier. And we got 2. Let's get these rosters straight now.
Ike Brown.
Ike Brown on the stop.
With 82.
Ike Brown was a ball carrier, and the Golden Tigers broke it up 13-47 in the second quarter. 3rd down and 7. Michael Huntley claps his hands. Huntley looks to the sideline, boxes signals. He changed the play and taking their time. Lane they are. Here's Huntley, makes some adjustments, and the clock is still in his favor, Ken. Huntley claps his hands, play action, throws across the middle, finds a receiver open. He gets inside of the 43-yard line. That was number 1, Anthony Evelyn, for the Dragons. That's going to be a 1st down, Ken, for the Dragons of Lane.
He's doing what he do best. I mean, he gets that ball, he makes the first defender miss him, and we got to get him on the first.
Here's Huntley, and that's batted down, Ken, by number 9 for the Golden Tigers. That's going to be Hamilton. Came up from his DN spot and just slapped it down.
Big Hamilton, we haven't seen him show up today, but that's what he normally do. He can go get that pass first. He can come up that corner where he wants to. That was one of the good times. Good job. Hamilton been a steady guy at that DN over there. The front 4 line, I really like the way they play.
Huntley looks to the sideline, Ken, gets his signal, takes his time, has 2 receivers split to the far side, 1 to the near side. Huntley changes up the play, 12:57, and looks like the Dragons will call timeout. And A.D. Drew, while they're going to time out, we're going to take a break. You're listening to the Tuskegee Digital Network.
This is the Dean of the College of HBCU Sports, Kenyatta Cavill of Dr. Cavill's Inside the HBCU Sports Lab with Mike Washington and Charles Bishop. Come mix it up in the lab where the course lecture is in session every Tuesday from 6 o'clock p.m. Central Standard Time on Facebook Live, YouTube, Spreaker, or the BCSN app, as we discuss all things about the HBCU sports culture, including exploring the week that was in the sporting HBCU diaspora, as well as the upcoming week of HBCU sports. With me, the Dean, the College of HBCU Sports, on Dr. Cavill's Inside the HBCU Sports Lab with Mike Washington and Charles Bishop. Course lecture dismissed.
Alabama State to face Howard. It'll be interesting to see how the fan mix works. You know, how Howard's fan base responds, because has Howard been in a SWAC MEAC challenge? So I thought it was initially kind of good to introduce the Northeast part of the MEAC to the SWAC. Yeah, Howard claims to have a homecoming. They claim to have kind of a tailgate. I want to see what that looked like. Can they travel to Atlanta? I just want to say, I haven't seen much of a Howard. I've been to a Howard homecoming. I've been to Howard tailgate. I'm sorry, Howard fans. Let me repeat. It's nothing to brag on. All right. It is a one-day Aspire or BET video. That is it. So good, but good for you. But I think that event, you need to bring a little bit more to the fire. So,
man, all them Howard fans out there, they got beat up when they dealing with the HU. Mike was like, not so fast with the homecoming.
Hey, all that SWAC arrogance just came out in that one statement.
Tune in every Tuesday and Thursday at 6 p.m. Central, 7 p.m. Eastern for Dr. Cavill's Inside the HBCU Sports Lab. Course lecture dismissed.
We're back live here on the campus of Tuskegee University with 12 minutes and 57 seconds in the second quarter. Tuskegee University 7, Lane 7. Quarterback Michael Huntley has receivers split to the left side. Here's Huntley. Play action. Huntley finds a man open. Perfectly thrown pass. He'll get it down to the 30-yard line. Number 14, the receiver from Lane. That's going to be Jones. And that's going to be another first down. And the Dragons will have it 1st and 10. They're going to mark it inside of the 29-yard line. It's actually going to be probably on the 31. 12-28. Go ahead, dude.
I was going to say, score update from around the SIAC. Miles up 21-14 at the half.
21-14. Huntley gives it to the first man through, and the Dragons move it to the 20-yard line. And AD and Ken, Lane is having not a problem at all moving the ball game. 12:03, second down for the Dragons. Michael Huntley. The ball will be marked inside. It's going to be on the 21-yard line. 2nd and 1, 11:50. Second quarter action, 7-7 is your score. Huntley gives it to one man. He rolls off another, prances and dances, goes from left to right, but he won't get anywhere, nowhere to go. There's an injured Dragon on the field. Great defensive effort by the Golden Tigers.
You got to get them helmets on that guy. Them guys have been breaking the first tackle, been very elusive, Frank. Dragons came to play ball. They've been executing very well. And that time he didn't have no place to go. But we got to have that pursuit that comes in there and makes that play and get helmets on the guy. Because that Ike Brown has been running pretty good for the Dragons lanes. And you're going to have to put him down to win this game. Him and number one is definitely the asset.
11 minutes and 23 seconds. Second quarter action. Lane 7, Tuskegee 7. You're listening to the Tuskegee Digital Network. Oh, where's the ambulance?
Industry was hurting, but I done bandaged her up. Now I got too sick with it. Now we done found us.
Here comes Monmouth. Now they come in at North Carolina A&T for homecoming.
Advice to Monmouth for homecoming at A&T. Leave the band at home. You can just get the whole 20 minutes to A&T.
With my powers and knocking the pitches down, trying to teach you business first and put your pitches down. Yeah. Major.
This is Carlos Brown, letting you know that we're on the move. You can now catch the Carlos Brown Show beginning this July on the Black College Sports Network each and every Saturday from 11 to 1 Eastern Time. That's 10 to 12 Central Time. Same time, new place. On Facebook at the Carlos Brown Show and Black College Sports Network. Online at www.mybcsn.net and on the BCSN app available on Google Play and the Apple App Store. This is Carlos Brown, letting you know that we're on the move. You can now catch the Carlos Brown Show beginning this July on the Black College Sports Network each and every Saturday from 11 to 1 Eastern Time. That's 10 to 12 Central Time. Same time, new place. On Facebook at the Carlos Brown Show and Black College Sports Network. Online at www.mybcsn.net and on the BCSN app available on Google Play and the Apple App Store.
For 200 years, Montgomery, Alabama has been making history by people who had the courage to stand up for change. Today, this riverfront city has been reborn, embracing the past and looking forward to the future. From the National Memorial for Peace and Justice to the stage of the Alabama Shakespeare Festival. This is where history was and is made. We are proud to call Montgomery home, and together we can be the change.
We're back to live action on the campus of Tuskegee University where the Lane Dragons and the Golden Tigers are tied 7-7. 11-16, second quarter action. Michael Huntley gives it up to Gunn, has a man, he evades one or two, spins around and gets inside of the 11-yard line, and AD and Ken, the Dragons, have no problem at all moving that ball upfield.
Yeah, they've not had any problem on either one of these drives until they get the middle of that second drive when Tuskegee's defense bent but did not break. Let's see if we can have that happen again. They've been bending all day long. We don't need them to break again.
Second down and 10. The ball is going to be marked on the 11-yard line of the Golden Tigers. We're in the second quarter, 10:33. Huntley has a man in motion. That's a new quarterback. It's a direct snap, looks like.
They ran a wildcat on us.
They ran a wildcat on us, yeah. They put a little mix in there, but the Golden Tigers reacted and read well.
Yeah, I'm glad jiggle in the jingle.
I'm glad they read well because we showed it. All three of us messed it up here.
Yeah, they actually pulled Huntley out of the ball game. Oh, he's coming back in.
That was just to try to catch us off guard right there.
They tried to.
I'm glad it didn't work.
Mix it up real fast. It's going to be 3rd and 10. Ball on the 14.
You got Big Baby in the backfield.
Lost 4 yards on that play, and easily, just up the middle draw play. And 24, he got had no problem moving the ball for Lane. That's going to be number 24. Ike Brown on the carry.
They're going with quick count.
Brown with that no huddle. Gives it again to Brown, and Brown will get caught back. Yeah, he's going to be stopped then immediately. He gets it back to the line of scrimmage. The Golden Tigers, Ken and AD said nowhere to go.
Make him pay. There you go. He got to come out of there for a little bit. Don't let him. He's going to be the workhorse. He got to pay to be the workhorse.
Pay the cost to be the boss. 9:07 in the second.
You know, I think that's
the Dragons 7. Go ahead, AD.
I would say I think that's the first time since Turner, that's Big 55, has been in the game that they have not gotten positive yards.
Absolutely. 8:54, second down and 8. Ball is on the 8-yard line. Michael Huntley, play action. Huntley gives it up again, and the Golden Tigers stop him dead in his tracks, and that's that red zone defense.
That big red machine coming out of there.
Well, you know, you have to play a certain way on homecoming. It's the last homecoming for the seniors, and they want to leave a a pretty good impression, the hometown crowd here.
For the hometown crowd, yes, and making a mark in history. And it was a nice run by number one. Even starting corner, he did a great job.
Michael Huntley makes some adjustments. Huntley rolls to his right, and he's going to be pushed out of bounds. And they're going to be back again. It's going to be 8:05 in the second quarter. 4th down and 6. They go for the Dragons.
They toughened up when they needed to. Once again, they let them get to the red zone, but won't let them get to pay dirt.
Yeah, that was good job by the defense.
They're gonna quickly attempt a field goal. Another 25-yarder last time. Golden Tigers shut it down and marched down 80 yards for a touchdown.
Take it to the house. Right?
With 13 in to do the place-kicking chores for the Dragons. It's up, and it's going to be no good.
Wide
He's 0 for 2. Wide right. He's 0 for 2, Ken, at AD, and the Dragons have had unsuccessful luck in their field goal attempts today.
But they haven't punted all today at all. They haven't punted. They've always brought their drives down. It was a score where they got down to the end zone there, and they had field goal block. Now they have one miss. So we still got to do our due diligence as that Golden Tigers defense. Get some helmets on that guy and get that guy down with the first lick.
Let's pause. You're listening to the Tuskegee Digital Network.
Oh, that spin class was brutal. Well, you can try using the Buick's massaging seat. Oh, yeah, that's nice. Can I use Apple CarPlay to put some music on? Sure. It's wireless. Pick something we all like. Okay, hold on. What's your Buick's Wi-Fi password? Buick Envision 2021. Oh, you should pick something stronger. That's really predictable. That's a really tight spot. Don't worry. I used to hate parallel parking. Me too. Hey.
Really outdid yourself.
Yes, we did.
The all-new Buick Envision, an SUV built around you. All of you.
Have you had your Earthblend coffee today? At Earthblend Coffee, we take pride in offering you the very best of beans across the world, blended and roasted to perfection, giving you superior quality and satisfying and flavorful taste. Experience the world in one cup with Earthblend Coffee.
Nope. Nope.
Come on, him.
Ooh, I like him.
Quick, the Quicker Picker-Upper. Bounty picks up messes quicker, and each sheet is 2 times more absorbent so you can use less.
He's an 8.
He's a 9.
Bounty, the Quicker Picker-Upper.
Since 2002, Empowerment Resources, Inc., a nonprofit organization, has empowered more than 1,500 youth and adults in Duval and surrounding counties. Through its programs, Journey into Womanhood, Girls Mentoring, Life Skills for Teens, and parenting education coaching. To get involved with programs, volunteer, or donate, visit www.empowermentresourcesinc.org. Follow us on social media, facebook.com/empowerment.resources and Instagram.com.
Here on the campus of Tuskegee University, 7:16 in the second quarter. Golden Tigers with the football. Lewis Williams is calling the signals for Tuskegee University. The ball is going to be on the 25-yard line. 2nd down and 5 for the Golden Tigers. 2 receivers to the near side, 1 to the far side. Here's the play, 6:55, second quarter action. Lewis Williams on a quarterback keeper. Williams turns around. He'll pick up a Golden Tiger first down. He'll be pushed out of bounds around the 35-yard line.
All righty. Hey, Drew, how you like he sell that? He sold it. Did he sell it?
He sold it. He sold it like an ice cream cone on a hot summer's day.
You got love it,
6:31. Yes, he did. He sold it like a slick salesman there, guys.
He was slicker than a can of oil, huh?
1st and 10 for the Golden Tigers. Lewis Williams calling the signals. Williams makes some adjustments. Williams gives it to Patterson. Patterson bursts through, and he's almost, if not close to another Golden Tiger first down.
There you go. That's what we're talking about. They're settling down in here and playing some good Tuskegee football right now. heads up football, smart football, and pushes it ahead.
Second and less than a yard for first down, 5:55. Second down and 10. Second down and 1, rather. Ball on the 44-yard line. Second quarter action. Your score is 7-7. Lewis Williams gives it to Patterson. He picks up a first down and more. Gets it down to the 48-yard line. It's going to be second down and about 8. The ball is going to be on the 48.
Yeah, I like that. And like Patterson went one-on-one with that linebacker in the hole and drove him back and got that extra yardage. You know, that we're talking about. Keep them with feet moving. That's how you win it.
5 minutes and 18 seconds. Second down and 8. Ball on the 48. Second quarter action. Lewis Williams gives it to Patterson again, and Patterson picks up maybe 3 pretty difficult yards, Ken.
Yes, it did. He's trying to show you what a workhorse looks like. Ike Brown been doing a great job over there with the lane, but Patterson's been doing this all season, and I like the play. Patterson, they putting together, settling it down, and getting their whereabouts with themselves and making some good effort on plays.
Second down and 6. Ball is on the 47-yard line. Second quarter action with 4 minutes and 29 seconds. Lewis Williams has receivers 2 to the near side, 1 split to the far side. Here's Lewis, gives it to Avante Patterson. Patterson picks up a difficult yard on that play. It's going to bring up third down and 5. Ball will be marked on the 48-yard line with 4 minutes and 17 seconds to go in the second quarter. Homecoming game, it's tied 7-7. Golden Tigers 7, the Dragons of Lane 7. And it's going to be a pretty exciting game here, Ken. I can just tell it here at homecoming.
Oh, most definitely. It's definitely going to be 4 quarters of football out here. They settling it down and they're getting into the patterns, and guys are playing some excellent SIAC football for the HBCU.
Lewis Williams calls the signals. Receivers 2 to the far side, 1 to the near side. Here's Lewis. Lewis sees some daylight, turns it up, and he'll do good, Ken, to get it back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe a yard on that play.
Yes, man. The yard lost there.
Yeah, yard lost.
And that's the first time he really was trying to make something happen. You got to give him kudos, Frank. Sometimes you just can't get it. Drew, Drew, what do you say about that? He's been doing good, keeping his head up, but that was just one time the pocket collapsed on him.
Yeah, the pocket collapsed, and you know what's ironic about this? Lane has not punted on any possession. Tuskegee's offense has punted on every possession. Thank God for the special teams, or else we'd have a goose egg on the board, fellas.
Ryan Duff is back to do the punting chores for the Tigers. He's going to stand on his own 32-yard line, back deep for Lane. It's going to be number 86. That's going to be for Lane, Virgil Young. Let's take a timeout. They're taking a television break. We're going to take a timeout. You're listening to the Tuskegee Digital Network.
Supermarket sushi, really?
No. Wait, Troy, you work here?
I'm never not working. Like Head & Shoulders Scalp Shield technology, up to 100% dandruff protection, even between washes.
Never not working, huh?
Oh, Troy, you're such a good teacher.
Yeah, I know. Never not working. Never not working. Never ever not working.
Are you serious?
Never not working. Dandruff protection that's never not working. Head & Shoulders Scalp Shield technology.
It's never too early to plant the seed, to share the tradition, and instill a sense of pride in your HBCU with your little ones. HBCU Pride and Joy Children's Boutique helps you share your school spirit with a wide selection of adorable kids apparel and accessories officially licensed from your favorite HBCU. Visit hbcupridejoy.com and follow us on all social media at HBCU Pride Joy on Facebook and Twitter.
Shop Velvet Online Women's Boutique to spice up your closet with trendy, unique looks. We have fashionable and chic looks at very affordable prices. Velvet Boutique offers free shipping all year long on all orders. Shop online at www.melvetboutique.com. That's www.melvetboutique.com. Like us on Facebook and follow us on Instagram. Shop Velvet Online Women's Boutique.
We're back live on the campus of Tuskegee University. Your score still tied. Lane 7, Tuskegee 7. 2 minutes and 52 seconds before halftime. The Dragons, the Golden Tigers are in punt formation. Ryan Duff will kick it off deep. Back for Lane will be Anthony Evelyn. Here's Ryan's punt. Evelyn will call it fair catch. He bobbles the ball a little bit. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Dragons.
You know,
from the 19-yard line.
Frank, I gotta give Lane credit. This has been an eventful game. I've seen some talent in here where they've been very cautious in technique. You can see they're really very well coached out there. You know, the guys, the bobbling of that ball is just an example of staying focused on there. Some guys, you know, we can remember Lane, that may be a fumble loss, and they put his offense in a good position. But they're not getting those opportunities right now. Tuskegee Golden Tigers defense and special teams and offense going to have to make the plays to win this game.
1st and 10 for the Lane Dragons. Michael Huntley will have it 1st and 10. The ball will be on its own 14-yard line. His Dragons are tied with the Golden Tigers 7-7. Twin receivers to the left and right. Here's Huntley. Fires it out. Huntley finds a man easily. He'll find him around the 19-yard line. They're going to pick up 5 yards on that play. That's going to bring up 2nd down and 5 for the Dragons of Lane.
Great play by Lane. I mean, not being greedy. The corner was playing off. Strong safety was playing off him in the flat. What he gave him, he took it and got out of bounds. Stopped the clock so they can have some time before Frank can keep running the plays. They try to get themselves down the field position again.
Just under 7 minutes to go in the half in Albany. Albany State is up 13-0 over Savannah State.
2nd down and 5 here at Cleveland L. Albert Memorial Stadium. Lane has it on the 19-yard line. Huntley claps his hands, gets out of traffic, and he's going to be run down by the Golden Tigers. Avalon, number 15, making the stop for the Golden Tigers. He got help from number 25. That's going to be Darren Peterson from the defensive line. 1:44 in the second quarter. Lane has a 1st down. Ball is on the 25-yard line. They tie with the Golden Tigers 7-7. Michael Huntley drops back. Huntley receives pressure, takes time, fires it out. It's going to be batted down by the defensive end, Ken. Number 25 for the Golden Tigers again, getting that bat down. Darren Peterson batted down that Michael Huntley pass.
And what they're doing, Frankie, you know, they got the prevent, they got the nickel defense in there, and they're making sure they don't get downfield and run the clock out.
2nd down and 8. Ball on the 25-yard line. 7-7 is your score. Michael Huntley, the sole signal caller for the Dragons of Lane, has a man in motion. Huntley drops back, sets up, wants to throw, has time, lobs it out inside of the 15. He'll get to the 26-yard line, the 26 than the 15-yard line. Going to be 3rd down for the Dragons of Lane. Golden Tigers applying defensive pressure, kid.
Yeah, you go. I mean, you give them that underneath, that drag underneath just going to run time off the clock, Frank, and as long as they're not getting deep and making the big play on, that's good. That's a good play for Tuskegee Golden Tigers.
3rd and 10. Ball is on the 28-yard line. Huntley looks over, gets the signal, makes some adjustments, trips to the far side, sole receiver to the near side. Backs. Here's Huntley on a long count. Minute 17 before halftime. Michael Huntley
blocked again.
Is deflected again by number 9 for the Golden Tigers. That's going to be Marquise Delphil for the Golden Tigers.
And that's the first time.
Hamilton, number 9.
Oh, it's going to be number Hamilton. I'm sorry.
Number 9. Yeah, that's dual DN. That DN.
DeVar Hamilton. That was. That's dual number.
I like his size.
He does.
Size
Correction
and penetration over there.
Hamilton instead of Hamilton was the one that got a hand on that football.
First time.
Go ahead.
I would say first time we get to see the punter today, fellas, for Lane College.
Lane will punt it off from their own 13-yard line. Here's the punt. Heavy rush by the Tigers. Fair catch call by number 17. That's going to be for the Golden Tigers. Going to be Jamal Pritchard. And Lewis Williams, obviously in company, will have it 1st and 10 with 1:04 to go before halftime. Your ball game still tied 7-7 here from Cleveland L. Abbott Memorial Stadium on the campus of Tuskegee University. Frank Lee, along with A.D. Drew and Ken Woodard, as we'll bring you the best in Golden Tiger football on the Tuskegee Digital Network.
Football, baby.
1:04 before halftime.
Okay, and Frank, it's good. That's a good job. I'm looking forward to it.
1st and 10. The ball is on the 45-yard line of the Tigers. Lewis Williams trips to the far side. Single receiver to the near side.
Plenty of time to
Lewis
score.
Williams has time. Williams sets up. Hold on to the ball. Let's hold on to that ball. Williams casually handling that ball. Got to tuck it, guys.
Frank, Drew, this is what I was thinking. You got 48 seconds. This is a good time to go up top. You got some good receivers. Jamal Pritchard. You got Hodges out there.
You're going to get your push, I think.
Yes. Take that
to the far
baby up top.
side. Hodges to the near side. Lewis Williams drops back. It's going to be a pass. Fires it open. Has a man open. He gets inside. He's going to be out of bounds around the 48-yard line. And 30 seconds to go in the half. Score still tied 7-7.
Yes, and that's the same thing Lane is doing, the same thing that Tuskegee was doing, is in that prevent defense, and they give you that underneath route, which going to wear the timeout on the clock. You know, and that just heads up football, and somebody's hoping somebody may miss a tackle, or
indications the Golden Tigers going to go up top.
Take it
Third down for the Tigers. Lewis Williams drops back halftime. Has a man open. He'll pick up a first down. The clock will stop around the 42. Clock will stop. Golden Tigers pick up a first down. 23 seconds to go. The ball is still on the field.
I think they're going to try to clock it.
They're going to clock it. Yeah, he clocks it.
And the scoreboard is incorrect. The scoreboard shows Tuskegee with 3 timeouts left, but I know they took at least 1.
Mm-hmm. That is correct. We have no control.
But the clock is working fine, so which is a big factor here.
18 seconds the clock shows. Ball game tied 7-7. Lewis Williams.
Need to get at least 10 more yards to put yourself in field goal range. Obviously, we want the full 42 to give us a touchdown.
Second down. Lewis Williams has receivers split. He's going to go over the top. Here's Williams. Has time. He gets that.
Sack right there. Just go halftime. Y'all need to close the locker room.
Yeah, the Dragons sack Williams. 6 seconds to go. Golden Tigers take another timeout. And while they're taking another timeout with 6 seconds on the clock before halftime, you're listening to the Tuskegee Digital Network.
Charmin Ultra Soft has so much cushiony softness, it's hard for your family to remember they can use less.
Sweet pillows of softness.
This is soft. Holy Charmin. Oh, excuse me. Roll it back, everybody. Sorry. Charmin Ultra Soft is so cushiony soft, you'll want more. But it's so absorbent, you can use less. So it's always worth it. Now, what did we learn about using less?
You gotta roll it back, everybody.
We all go. Why not enjoy the go with Charmin?
Majesty is a premium health and wellness tea line focused on bringing delicious yet healthy tea blends to the community. Filled with an abundance of vitamins and antioxidants, we work to blend teas with exotic spices and fruits to produce scrumptious and wholesome beverages. So check us out at mymajesties.com. That's MyMajesties.com. My Majesties in Urban Passport.
We're back here, Cleveland Memorial Stadium. 8 seconds to go. Looks like Tuskegee is going to try to go for the Hail Mary. Williams throws it deep. He has one. Oh, he actually outthrew him.
He did. He was wide open.
The question is, how does Lane let the receiver get behind not one, not two, but three defensive backs back there?
Well, it's halftime on the campus of Tuskegee University. There will be no halftime band performance. We'll have a recorded music, and while we're doing that, we're going to take a break. At halftime, your score, the Dragons of Lane, 7, the Golden Tigers, 7. You're listening to the Tuskegee Digital Network. All right.
Industry was hurting, but I done bandaged the rope. Now I got too sick with it. Now we done found us.
You know, I mean, here comes Monmouth, the defending champs. Now they come in at North Carolina A&T for homecoming.
Advice to Monmouth for homecoming at A&T.
You're giving advice to Monmouth?
Yes. Very much needed advice for Monmouth for homecoming at A&T. Leave the band at home. But at homecoming, you can just get the whole 20 minutes to A&T.
Hey, don't sleep. Monmouth has been practicing neck all summer.
Well, when we see Dr. Lee get out there on the field, we know something.
You can find our shows on Facebook at BCSN Sports Wrap, YouTube at MyJBN Online, and everywhere you listen to podcasts like Anchor, Spotify, Google, and Apple Podcasts. You can also find the show on the Jericho Broadcast Network's app. Make sure to download. We look forward to you joining the conversation and being a part of the show.
For 200 years,
You would hope that, you know, I hate to bring up that whole super conference thing, because remember that when that jumped off several years ago, when people were thinking, hey, let's just take a whole 8-team super conference up to the FBS level. It may not have looked like it looked like a interesting idea a decade ago. It looks even more interesting now. You know, I don't know. You know, I'm just throwing stuff out there, just throwing stuff out the wall. But you would like to think that the major players or this group of people that are running conferences and athletic administrations seem to be, and Doc, you've been in this a long period of time, so maybe you can definitely say yay or nay to this. They seem to be a little more aware and knowledgeable of the bigger picture than their predecessors maybe 10, 15 years ago?
I would certainly believe for several of them they are like that, but you still have some that come from different backgrounds that are what I call operationalists. They understand athletic directorship from a operation management perspective. And that's not to belittle them or say that's bad. That's important content. But that's different from somebody that's a transformationalist, somebody that's a strategist that looks like that. Now, it seems like we got some younger ADs that, for whatever reason, look to be push the envelope a little more. And I think that's a good thing. There's going to be some challenges with that, but I think you get more wins than losses when you push the envelope. And there's probably some biasness in me from that perspective because I typically think in that manner. But with that said is yes, there's going to be an opportunity. The question is like what we tell young people or even players for that matter, since we're talking about football, is Albany State is now up 16-0, so they continue to really show why some people would think they should be number 1, 2, certainly should be.
They should be a top 25 team in Division II easily.
Yes. Yeah, I think they might get that done after this weekend, depending on how far they out. I know they're just getting some votes, but it'll be interesting. Especially at the way they're going. Not only they're winning and starting to stretch out the lead, but they're shutting them out. So that's a heck of a statement.
Yes.
Obviously, Jackson State was just on the move, but it looks like they're going to have to punt the ball here. But to get back in that dialogue about opportunities, we talk about young folks to be prepared to take advantage of your opportunities. I think we're going to miss this opportunity, just to be frank with you, because I don't think we have the strategists in place to take advantage of this. To that point, I will say that I know Charles has a plan to look at taking the conference over a period of time to the FBS level. There's some things that he says we need to do. I've had some conversation, and I believe the things he's talking about, he's absolutely right. We have to do this first. But sometimes, unfortunately, you have to be prepared to take advantage of a situation. And because of the landscape, when you talked about early, Texas and OU kicked off that domino, I said then it's open. The 5-year plan has to be prepared to now move into a 1-year plan, or you're going to miss the opportunity, period. And so I knew over a period of time, I was off a little bit. I thought it was going to be the Sun Belt that was going to be maybe a little more in trouble than Conference USA. But I knew one of those two conferences was going to be in major trouble in regards to what I've seen, what we call conference churning, which just means teams move from one conference to the next conference over a period of time. That's always been in collegiate sports and will always be, but now it's ratcheted up because we see it more and it intrigues us more because people talk about it. But once those teams move, I knew that by definition, the Big 12 was going to fight to do everything to make sure they could survive. Some people thought they were going to go away. I doubted it. I knew they were going to try to remake themselves. They were going to pluck the next best teams, which would be most likely the American, which I knew the American would pull some teams. It makes sense now when I look a little deeper that the Sun Belt has been able to really do a good job of increasing their place in the marketplace and has essentially surpassed Conference USA, especially when the American decided to reboot itself and take teams from Conference USA. Now those teams are in desperation mode in Conference USA, and they're talking about leaving to the Sun Belt. We already heard about Southern Miss. Not to go too far off of the tangent because we speak mostly about HBCUs, but the point I was making, now those spots are open. And you hear teams like Sam Houston State, McNeese, James Madison, and those are not necessarily just the toughest FCS programs, but those are programs that are looking for an opportunity to find a way to continue to brand their institutions and grow because they know and have seen what happens with UTSA going there. They were able to do it off the back of their enrollment, but you have other programs that have made that move that have been able to be somewhat successful in terms of at least the visibility to their teams. Jackson State just scored, so they're taking control as Bethune-Cookman jumped up 9-0, but it's not lasting very long. Credit to Jackson State to be able to weather the storm. Big interception was at pick 6.
Yeah, it
No, it
looks
wasn't
like
quite a
it.
pick six. It was Shiloh Sanders coming up with
Yeah.
that interception off a deflection. I think he got all the way down to the maybe 10-yard line
Okay.
before he was tackled.
That's a huge play. That defense, we
Oh,
keep talking
yeah.
about Jackson State, FAMU. Some people want to sneak in Prairie View a little bit in terms of those top defenses in the SWAC and maybe at the FCS level in terms of HBC programs, but that's a big play.
Yeah, he got to the 4 or 5 yard line. So Coach Prime's not there, but his boys are coming through. There's a touchdown pass. Shador
Yeah, they just scored.
with a pass to number 13. That's his second touchdown connection with him. So
Yeah,
he's got two.
I don't know if it was
touchdowns.
the early wake up call, but it seems like they finally have woke up. Might have started off slow, but they getting in now.
Hey, before we go to a break, we got AD Drew in. Let's get a halftime update from Tuskegee, where Lane is taking on Tuskegee. Let's see, Drew, are you there? Let's see, Drew. We see your picture, not hearing your voice. AD?
Not sure if y'all can hear me or not.
Yeah, now we got you.
I hear y'all.
Yeah. Yeah, we got you now. We
Can
got
y'all
you
hear me,
now. So
fellas?
give us an update from Tuskegee.
Very interesting game here. Obviously, no fans here in the stadium here. And a couple other things going on here. We'll get into those more on a different show when we have the time. But it's really been interesting here. Lane has dominated this game, outgaining Tuskegee 221-43, but the game is tied at 7-7.
Wow.
So Tuskegee, Lane just punted for the first time with like 2 minutes remaining. No, with 1 minute remaining in the second quarter. That was their first punt of the day. One kick. We've seen the kicker 3 times. One kick came on the PAT. One kick was blocked by Tuskegee's defense, which was Tuskegee's special team, which was returned 80 yards for Tuskegee's long touchdown. And another field goal was missed inside the red zone by Lane. Consequently, Tuskegee's offense has punted every time they have been on the field, except for the last time when the half ran out for them. So, despite the score, Lane has dominated this game, but Tuskegee is still in this ball game as both of these teams are tied 7-7.
Wow.
Man, that's fascinating. Boy, we talk about special teams, don't we?
Yes, yes. And that's all we have. What I got to do, because I just wanted to give y'all that quick halftime update. I've got to jump off and just back on the production side. Tuskegee University President Charlotte P. Morris is getting ready to jump in. We actually have the game time show up on the halftime of the Tuskegee broadcast. So we're gonna for those who are watching us on the Tuskegee Digital Network, we're gonna take a break, and then we're gonna come back with President Dr. Charlotte Morris right after this on the BTSN Game Time show. And for those who want to watch the Game Time party, Brian, tell them where they can watch that at also.
The Game Time party is streaming live on Facebook and on YouTube. Facebook at MyBCSN1, also on the BCSN Sports Wrap page, and on YouTube,
Here at Tuskegee University.
We're back live on the campus of Tuskegee University. It's homecoming 2021, and I have the pleasure of having Dr. Charlotte P. Morris, president of Tuskegee University, joining me in the press box. Dr. Morris, it's been an unusual but a very still exciting homecoming here on the campus of Tuskegee University.
Yes, it has. Although most of the activities have been virtual this weekend, we still have had some memorable moments.
We have, and it's always a pleasure to have you with us. There have been many challenges during this pandemic. We've had to alter, we had to revise, we made plans and changed those plans, but all in all, it's an exciting day here on the campus. Homecoming is always a pleasant event here on the campus of Tuskegee University.
Indeed, and that's one beauty of the Tuskegee family. We always come back with resilience and with forwardness in order to move Tuskegee forward. So that's kind of the spirit that we have here at the university. And one Tuskegee is going to move us on to the next phase.
Absolutely. We're 7-7 at homecoming. The score is tied, but as I said to you while we're off mic, we're going to expect these Golden Tigers to pull this homecoming event off, and I know you're going to be rooting for us to do that.
Indeed, I am. I am a football fan and definitely a Tiger fan, so we are going to root and hope that the Tigers bring this one home for us this homecoming weekend.
Dr. Morris, thank you so much. It's been a virtual affair. It's been beautiful. It's so good to see you again on homecoming. You're dressed in your pretty crimson and gold, and you're going to bring us that good homecoming look before we leave today.
Thank you so much, and thank you, our radio audience and others who are participating by this means. Thank you so much for your support, and happy homecoming again.
Happy homecoming to you, Dr. Charlotte P. Morris, president of Tuskegee University. Thank you so much for coming by and spending a few moments with us this afternoon.
Thank you.
You're listening to the Tuskegee Digital Network.
Here at Tuskegee University, some of our historical figures like Booker T. Washington, George Washington Carver, those are some of the people that created or started that Tuskegee experience.
This place is so different. You have a support system, a real support system. We may ball and parlay, but the most important thing we do is graduate. And after we graduate, we accelerate in everything we do.
Yeah. What's up? We need all the ladies to hit the dance floor. Where the ladies at? Hey! Lou, you think they ready? Let's go. Let's go. Yes, baby. Yes. Let's go. Huh. Let's go. Heard about the way that I be. I pull her body to me slowly. Yeah, she whispered to me, are you ready for me? Don't even ask for me. I spend this cash probably. If you get loose, we can lose it out on this floor. So what you got for me? Cause we could both be in my kitchen, girl. Just listen first, I gotta see you.
The real reason why I went after Comcast and Charter, it didn't have anything to do with my cable networks. It didn't. What happened was a gentleman wanted to do the Black College Sports Network in partnership with the HBCUs, and Comcast did not accept it, and that would have made a lot of money for these black colleges. And it would have educated the Black College Sports Network. This is what he wanted to do. That would have educated a lot of black kids. And when they didn't do that, That's when I came off the bench and said, okay, I'm going to light you up like a Christmas tree. Okay? That was the real reason why I got into it, was when I saw what happened with the Black College Sports Network, which I don't know. I just knew that these black, I knew that these black colleges were going to benefit, and these black kids were going to get the education that they deserved and not have to pay.
This is the Sport member.
You see, Head & Shoulders has Scalp Shield technology, protects against flakes even between washes. It's never not working.
Kind of like us. We're never not working. Number 15?
That's my rub.
Ooh, nice.
Never not working.
Never, ever, never, ever not working.
Welcome everybody to Juneau, Alaska.
I don't like this one.
Me neither.
Let's get out of here.
Dandruff protection that's never not working. Head & Shoulders Scalp Shield technology.
Are you hungry for authentic Caribbean food? Like jerk chicken, oxtail, red snapper, shrimp, tofu, and rasta pasta? Well, find your way over to Mango's Caribbean Restaurant, 180 Auburn Avenue, right next to Royal Peacock in downtown Atlanta.
Them belly full, but we hungry.
Mango's Caribbean Restaurant, open daily from 11 a.m. to 10 p.m. And on Friday and Saturday, we're open till 4 a.m. Come to Mango's and put some spice in your life.
Oh, we've got a good thing going.
Mango's Caribbean Restaurant, 180 Auburn Avenue, right next to Royal Peacock in downtown Atlanta. For more info or directions, call 404-698-3992 or log on to mangoscaribbeanrestaurant.com. For instant coupons, text MANGOS to 313131.
Tell your mama hungry, papa hungry, brother hungry.
Mango's Caribbean Restaurant, authentic Caribbean cuisines.
Open up the door, tell your mama hungry.
From novice to aficionado.
Good afternoon, everybody. Again, we're on the campus of Tuskegee University. It's homecoming 2021. Some of it virtual, some of it hybrid, and we're live here again with it as the Golden Tigers and the Lane College Dragons are tied 7-7 at halftime. We had an opportunity to speak with Dr. Charlotte B. Morris, the ninth president of Tuskegee University, and she talked about all of the activities that we are having here today. It's a little bit abnormal. We don't have a band due to some circumstances beyond our control, but be that as it may, we're going to see an exciting halftime here, second half rather of this game, as this is a very pivotal game in the SIAC in the West, and this win today can do two things. It can give the Golden Tigers their 700th win. It also can give them a boost in the West Division of the SIAC competition. Ken and AD.
Exactly. AD, you can agree with you on that. And Frank, is that, but on paper, Lane has been doing good. They have 92 yards. They have 129 yards passing. The offense is doing a great job. And they got 221 yards on offense. We have 43 yards on the offense. So we definitely got to change those numbers around. Even though the score's just tied, we're still just hanging in there.
Here's the kickoff to start the second half. Lane carries the ball to the 20, returns it to the 25, and he's going to be nowhere to go on the 25-yard line. Forward progress will take the Dragons first and 10. They'll have the ball on their own 20, looks like their own 24-yard line, Ken and AD.
Fellas, we talked about homecoming. I'm going to tell you the one thing that I miss about this virtual homecoming and not in person. When you walk into Alumni Bowl, Cleveland Abbott Alumni Memorial Stadium, the only stadium in America where you can tailgate from the inside. That's what I miss. I miss the smell of the barbecue, the fish, the fish sandwiches, everything else that we're here, and of course the band walking in. And let's be honest, I think it's affecting some of these kids out here not having that atmosphere on what's supposed to be their homecoming.
Well, Michael Huntley, we'll come back to that point. Michael Huntley and the Lane Dragons are moving the ball. They move it to the 32-yard line. And yes, AD, no band, no fans, It just doesn't seem like homecoming.
No fish sandwich.
Huntley claps his hands. He's going to call his own number. He carefully steps up. Quarterback keeper gets it to the 39-yard line. And yes, it's an unusual situation when you don't have all the pageantry, when you don't smell the fish and the barbecue and the turkey and all that frying and everything. It just doesn't seem like Tuskegee homecoming.
And most importantly for these student athletes out here, mommy and daddy not there.
That's right. That's right. Here's 1st and 10 for the Dragons, and the Dragons are stopped in their tracks. Great defensive effort by your Tuskegee Golden Tigers, Ken and AD.
Like that. Good job. In 99, he putting the helmet on him. Frederick Austin, the D lineman, is 6 feet 290.
Looks like the scoreboard is a little inoperative. It's going to bring 2nd down for the Tigers. We'll try to estimate the situation here on the field. Looks like 2nd down and about 11 yards. Here we go. Right. Michael Huntley calling the signals for the Dragons. And Huntley, who we told you earlier has some Macon County ties, has been the sole signal caller for the Dragons. Huntley throws it out of bounds for the Dragons. He had pressure by the Golden Tigers. Leading that attack for Tuskegee University was number 45, Tyler Brown. And Brown was penetrating that Dragon offensive line.
Looks like Tuskegee's defense went in and made some halftime adjustments, at least initially on this first drive of the third quarter, as Lane was just pretty much throwing the ball at will against the Golden Tigers in the first half, fellas.
Huntley changes up the play, makes some adjustments. It's 3rd down and about 11. Huntley on a long count, takes a snap, claps his hand, drops back, has pressure, throws out of the pocket, and he's going to be rushed heavily. Huntley holds on, calls his own number, and he's going to make something good out of a bad situation.
That was just a great
and he just picked up a 1st down just like that.
Great individual effort by Huntley.
That's what we've been
great read. He reads well, guys, and he's been the bread and butter of this Dragon offense this afternoon. 12:35, third quarter action. Ball game still tied, 7-7. Dragons have it 1st and 10 from midfield. Quarterback Huntley has a man in motion. That RPO and that guy again that we've seen all day long for number 1 Lane Dragons, Anthony Evelyn, moves the ball up for about 3 or 4 more yards for the Dragons.
They got a roll going again. Now we need our defense been a bend on break defense, but they do a great couple of plays, and then we got to get a little bit more consistency in there. But that's some excellent play calling by the Dragons there on behalf.
2nd down and 2. Ball marked on the 39-yard line. Michael Huntley has receivers 2 to the near side, 1 to the far side on a long count. Huntley claps. That read option again. He gives it again to number 24. He has nowhere to go. Ike Brown was stopped there by the Golden Tigers. That looks like for the Golden Tigers, Carl Matthews was on the stop there, Ken and AD for the Tigers.
Yeah, that's my boy, Carl Matthews. He come up, he play strong safety, free safety, he play linebacker. But what he done, one thing he do is he hit somebody.
3rd down and 4. They go for Lane. Huntley. 2nd down, brother. Thank you. Thank you, Antoine. I appreciate that.
3rd and 2.
Oh, 3rd and 2. Okay, I got it. Oh, my goodness. Off center. And Brown will bulldoze his way off tackle. Sprinter. It looks like about 42-yard touchdown, and Lane.
Looks like he was not
just
touched.
Like that was untouched, and Lane is on the scoreboard. We have a 13-7 ball game, and you can't underestimate this Lane ball club, guys.
And that little big fella, he's 5'10", 220, and he has some jets on there.
Yeah, I think he went in turbo mode then. 10 minutes and 57 seconds. We have a 13-7 ball game as Lane jumps out front with another touchdown against the Golden Tigers. And number 13 for the Dragons, Noah Schultz. Schultz, I think the pronunciation is.
Sounds good to me, Frank. Yeah.
Here's a PAT. 1/2 attempt. It's up, and it's going to be good. Well, with 14-7 ball game, let's pause. You're listening to the Tuskegee Digital Network.
This is the Dean of the College of HBCU Sports, Kenyatta Cavill of Dr. Cavill's Inside the HBCU Sports Lab with Mike Washington and Charles Bishop. Come mix it up in the lab where the course lecture is in session every Tuesday from 6 o'clock p.m. Central Standard Time on Facebook Live, YouTube Spreaker, or the BCSN app, as we discuss all things about the HBCU sports culture, including exploring the week that was in the sporting.
For 200 years, Montgomery, Alabama has been making history by people who had the courage to stand up for change. Today, this riverfront city has been reborn, embracing the past and looking forward to the future. From the National Memorial for Peace and Justice to the stage of the Alabama Shakespeare Festival, this is where history was and is made. We are proud to call Montgomery home, and together, we can be the change.
From novice to aficionado, find yourself here. High quality cigars plus personal customer service. Slow Burn is Waco's only mobile cigar lounge, featuring a meticulous, curated collection of premium cigars. Visit our website, www.slowburnwaco.com. That's www.slowburnwaco.com.
Sugar Chateau Desserts is a specialty bakery located in the Charlotte, North Carolina metro area. We will create delicious and one-of-a-kind treats for any occasion. Sugar Chateau is currently shipping cakes in a jar, offering a variety of different flavors in a single-serve container that can help you celebrate in accordance with social distancing. Place your orders today by calling 803-526-7895 or visiting sugarchateaudesserts.com.
You're looking for the latest information on Southern University sports, the Southwestern Athletic Conference, and HBCU athletics. There's only one place to go. Tune in to the Carlos Brown Show, exclusively on the Black College Sports Network.
Let's get back to getting ticks instead of watching flicks.
We're back to live action on the campus of Tuskegee University, where the Lane Dragons took 4 minutes and 3 seconds and drove 73 yards for a touchdown. The PAT was good. Now we have a 14-7 ball game here at Homecoming 2021 on the campus of Tuskegee University. It's partially virtual, it's live, and it's hybrid, Ken and AD.
Yes, it is. And you know, we got Steve Hodges back there for that kickoff return as well, back there with Jamal Pritchard. We haven't seen Belson today. Number 3 hasn't.
Noah Shop will kick it off for the Dragons of Lane. Excuse me. It's going to be taken around the 5, the 10, the 15, the 20, the 25, and down around the 20-yard line. Number 17 for the Golden Tigers, Jamal Pritchard, will return the ball for the Golden Tigers. 10 minutes and 48 seconds. Tigers trail 14-7 against the Lane Dragons.
I like that on Frank, on a Jamal Pritchard catching that ball at his highest point and taking it to the house, accelerating. I like that closing speed he has on there.
Lewis Williams, the sole quarterback for the Golden Tigers, has Steve Hodges to the near side. The receiver split to the far side. Here's Lewis Williams on a quarterback keeper. Lewis calls his own number, and he'll pick up maybe a yard on that play. That's going to bring up a 2nd down and 9 for the Golden Tigers. Ken and AD.
Yes, it is. That's and that time they didn't sell it. Lane wouldn't have made the adjustments and seen what the plays that Golden Tigers have been doing successfully, and it's been that play there. Drew, what'd you say? With Williams, kept keeping it. He sold. What'd you say? He sold it like ice cream on a hot summer day.
Ice cream on a hot summer day. You know how the truck used to come around, ding, 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 through the neighborhood.
Pritchard and Hodges are split wide. Lewis Williams throws it. It's intercepted by the Dragons. One of the linebackers came up with the football, no flags, and just like that, Golden Tigers turn it over to the Dragons of Lane, and Terrence Jordan came up from his DL position. And
Mackenzie Howard actually was he's from the state. We let him get away from Harvest, Alabama.
That's up in Madison County.
Thank you, because I was not familiar with that part
of Madison County near Huntsville. He
5'10", 220, red
several
freshman.
schools there and found his way up in Jackson, Tennessee. 9:56, Golden Tigers turn it over on an interception. That'll bring quarterback Huntley back in the ball game. Huntley on a long count makes adjustments. Huntley from the Golden Tigers 10, and they fumble the ball, and the who will get it? Golden Tigers get it. Golden Tigers get it right back. What a play.
There you go. Hey, that's what we're talking about. That's what you need. It need to happen. You got to make it happen. You're only as good as your last play.
You know, that looks like the interception by Lane looked like another number 52 that I know of. I sent about two people to my left, and then whoever made that hit right there as they came through the line reminds me of, I think that's why he wore number 13 from this here Tuskegee. So we're going to give you both your numbers, kids.
Hey, this is wild and loose. Hey, make them pay. Cover it up. Hey,
Miles spit it out. Golden Tigers picked it right back up. 9:45, and Golden Tigers, just like that, take advantage of a lane turnover. I tell you, every time I say that, I need to get pinched. 9:45 here. Here's the play. Patterson, off tackle, gets inside, picks up nearly a first down. He'll take it down to the 31.
I was about to say you would have no skin left if we pitched you every time you
I don't know why I'm saying
that messed up today. You just getting ready for Tuskegee to get this win and us to have to be mine.
Is that what it is?
For the West Side. That's all that is.
That's that wishful thinking, Frank.
I want to say hello to Tuskegee trustee Douglas Chambers listening in this afternoon. He gave me his private assessment while I was saying, Miles. I can't talk all about it, but he came up with
great play.
Golden Tigers crosses the 50. He'll get down to the 40. He'll get down to the 30, and he'll be pushed out of bounds around the 28-yard line. Golden Tigers on a long pass attempt. 8:51, and the Tigers are in Dragon territory.
And waking up. Go ahead, Golden Tigers. It's homecoming, and Jamal Pritchard, he's a secret weapon, man. I like when he got that ball, he did something with it, and that's what we need right now. Is not only just catching the ball. That was a great throw by Williams, but then also to do something with that ball.
That's going to be 1st and 10. The ball will be marked on the 28-yard line of the Dragons. Lewis Williams sets his targets. Two receivers split to the far side. Hodges to the near side. Patterson. Here's your back. Here's Avante. Patterson gets inside. They'll take it to the 25-yard line. They'll pick up 3 yards on that play, guys. 8:07. Third quarter action. The Tigers are knocking gingerly at the door.
Can I go back to the previous play for a second, fellas?
Okay.
Did we just not double our offensive output on that one play? I think we picked up as many yards in that one play as we had in the entire game.
Yeah, that brought our stats up. 7:47. Hodges to the near side. Two receivers split to the right. Lewis Williams calling the signals. Williams. Here's a pass. Williams finds a man open. It's going to be caught. Inside. Gets down to the 6-yard line. And the Golden Tigers, just like that, are in the red zone.
There you go.
First down, Golden Tigers. Move those chains, guys.
Touchdown save tackle by Kipper.
Way to make that safe, Frank.
Montreal.
Move the chains.
Montreville on the receiving end for the Golden Tigers. He gets it down, and it's going to be marked on the 7-yard line.
This is definitely our best offensive drive.
Here's a play. Avante. He gets inside, gets down, picks up a difficult yard, may get it back to the line of scrimmage. If he got one, he'll be good.
Great job.
The Dragons on a great defensive effort against the Tigers.
Got to drag it down, cornerback down over there, number 20-something. I can't see the second number.
Got an injured Dragon on the field, and while they are attending to the injury, You're listening. We'll pause. You're listening to the Tuskegee Digital Network.
Let's get back to getting ticks instead of watching flicks. Before we can safely get out there, we need the facts on COVID-19 vaccines. Visit getvaccineanswers.org so you can make an informed decision for yourself and for your crew.
Classic Atlanta soul food restaurant located in the historic West End. Q-Time Soul Food is a family business started by Fred and Christine Crenshaw. Come on in, relax, and sink your chops into our tantalizing, mouth-watering, distinctive soul food with a twist, the Q-Time way. 1120 Ralph David Abernathy Boulevard, or call your order in at 404-758-2881. Do you miss your mama's cooking? Then come on down to Q-Time, an Urban Passport member.
Black Essentials is a retail opportunity to bring black businesses under one roof, where every product on every shelf in every aisle will be black owned and black produced by people all over the world. Statistics show that the $1.3 trillion of spending power that we have as black people can easily be turned into each black person having $2 million if we were to shop black for 2 years. So True Black Essentials will launch an e-commerce store on November 1st, 2020. But we will open up brick and mortar stores in Atlanta, New Orleans, Charlotte, Houston, and Jacksonville, with the very first store opening in Atlanta, June 19, 2021.
From novice to aficionado, find yourself here. High quality cigars plus personal customer service. Slow Burn is Waco's only mobile cigar lounge, featuring a meticulous, curated collection of premium cigars. Visit our website, www.slowburnwaco.com. That's www.slowburnwaco.com.
Sugar Chateau Desserts is a...
We're back live on the campus of Tuskegee University, where the Golden Tigers are knocking gingerly at the door. Second down and 10. Ball is on the 8-yard line of the Dragons. Lewis Williams, the sole signal caller, has receivers split either side. Williams, no play action, throws a fade, has a man open. Hodges is in and out of the hands, and number 3 defends well for the Dragons. That's going to be Nigel Canada. Canada breaks up that Hodges pass, and Williams threw it well. Miles just, Lane just did a good job defending it.
Miles again?
I don't know what it is.
That's that pitch coming again.
I don't know what it is, but I don't know what it is today.
And for those who aren't familiar,
we're playing Lane.
Lane was
Dragons.
Red, white, and blue. Miles was purple, gold, and white.
Yeah, that's right. So I don't know why I can make that mistake. Miles must be doing something today that I don't know about.
Something, Frank. But that's right. But going back to that play, that was a good play. Hodges and Williams been a connection that's been going well all season. And, we're going to see that play again, because we're going to need that play, that connection between those two guys, just like with Jamal Pritchard on there and Keon Webb, to win this game, to pull this game out. And so that connection we're going to see again. Most definitely. When they get that timing down, they definitely go over there and they talk that over and get that timing down, because it's just a great timing pattern in the end zone. That fade route, baby, you got to make that happen. It's a touch pass.
Lane 14, Golden Tigers 7. It's homecoming on the campus of Tuskegee University.
We're going to quickly go around some scores. I'm going to start off in the CIAA. Fayetteville 40, St. Augustine 12. That's a final.
Okay.
Shaw over Johnson C. Smith, 2014. Game a lot closer than a lot of people thought it would be. Bowie up 27-7 over Virginia Union with just over a minute to go in the game. We'll get you some more scores later.
We're back to live action, where Lane leads the Tigers 14-7. Golden Tigers have it third down. You're in the red zone. Lewis Williams calling the signals, wants to make something happen. Play action, easily touchdown. Golden Tigers.
Don't forget O'Neal.
O'Neal on the Golden Tiger Touchdown, Tuskegee.
About that time. Good job. Textbook, right?
Textbook play.
Textbook, great call.
Nice execution, great call, easily. Golden Tigers pick up 6. We have a 14-13 ball game.
This is the all-important PAT.
It is very important.
And special teams have been an adventure for both sides.
That's right. That's right.
Special teams been holding us in quite a few games this season. They've been the one group that's been a solid entity for the Golden Tigers. It's been the special teams, and especially with Husick on the kick. That leg is a golden leg for the Golden Tigers.
Here's a PAT. It's up. He splits the uprights. It's good. We have a 14-14 ball game. Score tied again with 6 minutes and 20 seconds in the third. Tuskegee University 14, Lane Dragons 14. You're listening to the Tuskegee Digital Network.
That's some backflips.
Sugar Chateau Desserts is a specialty bakery located in the Charlotte, North Carolina metro area. We will create delicious and one-of-a-kind treats for any occasion. Sugar Chateau is currently shipping cakes in a jar, offering a variety of different flavors in a single-serve container that can help you celebrate in accordance with social distancing. Place your orders today by calling 803-526-7895 or visiting sugarchateaudesserts.com.
Q Time is a classic Atlanta soul food restaurant located in the historic West End. Q Time Soul Food is a family business started by Fred and Christine Crenshaw. Come on in, relax, and sink your chops into our tantalizing, mouth-watering, distinctive soul food with a twist, the Q Time way. 1120 Ralph David Abernathy Boulevard, or call your order in at 404-758-2881. Do you miss your mama's cooking? Then come on down to Q Time, an Urban Passport member.
Here at Tuskegee University, some of our historical figures like Booker T. Washington.
This is the BCSN Pod Zone, your place for the news, views, and conversations about all things related to HBCU athletics. Here are the BCSN Sports Wrap, Dr. Cavill's Inside the HBCU Sports Lab, Knights of the Round Table, the pregame show, the Carlos Brown Show, the ONG Strike Zone, and more in one place. We are changing the way you consume HBCU sports, one broadcast at a time.
Bounty versus the old family dish towel. Drying with a fresh sheet of Bounty leaves your hands cleaner than a used dish towel that can carry and redistribute food residue. So ditch the dish towel for better hand hygiene. Bounty, the quicker picker-upper.
We're back live here on the campus of Tuskegee University, where the Golden Tigers and the Dragons of Lane are tied. Ken Woodard and A.D. Drew, 14-14 in a homecoming contest. Ball game number 699.
Yes, indeed.
Golden Tigers can go to 700 today if they can find a way to get back on the scoreboard and defeat this Dragon football team.
It's definitely going to be heads up. They got a great job, great call, great execution on the last drive. Need a couple more of those because this game is still not over yet, Frank.
Excuse me.
Or Drew. Yeah.
Excuse me. Adair Husick will kick it off for the Golden Tigers. 6:20 to go in the third. Here's the kick. Great one. They'll back up, and it'll be a touchback. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Dragons.
You know, that's the second time he's put that ball like that, and Lane needs to be careful because if that ball doesn't go in the end zone, that's a live ball.
It's a live ball.
Tuskegee can get on top of it and
make it difficult for the Dragons.
And get a score there. Hey, catch them slipping. You know, that's
6 minutes and 20 seconds in the third quarter. Golden Tigers 14, Dragons 14. It's homecoming 2021 on the campus of Tuskegee University. Crowd is a little bit more active today, more students here, and I think we have some recruits that were allowed to come in the ball game today for homecoming. Here's Huntley. Huntley flips it out quickly inside, and Lane gets it to the 44-yard line, and just like that, Michael Huntley has driven those Dragons up to the 43-yard line.
Yeah, and you got to watch Skinner. That was a good tackle, Brian. But you got to wrap up. Sometimes going for those legs, the guys can be very elusive. We didn't have guys to jump for.
First and 10 from the 42. That looks like Ike. That's going to be for the Dragons. It's going to be Ike Brown. Brown, the ball carrier, 5:39 score. Still tied 14-14. Here's Huntley. Second and 10 from the 28. Read option. And Huntley will find his receiver inside of the 49-yard line. That's going to be
right on the midfield.
Virgil Young. It's going to be. They're going to mark it at midfield.
Big 31 right here for Tuskegee's defense.
Big 3rd-and-1 play as Huntley does a good job of directing this Dragon offense against these Golden Tigers on homecoming. Huntley steps up, gets easily the first down and more. He slides down to the Tuskegee 40-yard line, and Huntley picks up the first down. It'll be first down lane.
Huntley's been doing a good job looking in the air, bobbing and weaving and bobbing. That's something that we need a spy to go on that thing. Stop him from there.
Here's a play. Huntley receives pressure, throws out in the flats, no one home. It's going to be incomplete. Yeah, Huntley got a lot of pressure from the Golden Tigers then. He had to throw it away. He was getting in trouble.
Looked like they were setting up a little bit of a screen over there, but they couldn't get it with the pressure they had. Correct, Frank. With the pressure they got, you put that pressure on there, that screen play couldn't develop. I like that by the Golden Tigers defense.
Well, 4:34 in the third, 14-14 your score. It's homecoming. Lane has it. Second down, 10, ball on the 41. Michael Huntley, the sole signal caller for the Dragons. Play action. Huntley has time, sets up, gets in trouble, and he's going to be brought down by the Golden Tigers.
And he still might have got a yard out of it.
He did salvage maybe a yard on that play.
And that was a great coverage sack by the secondary. That nickel defense has been doing great. They've been bending, but that was great coverage by the secondary. Because he was looking deep, he really wanted to unload that downfield.
They put it back at the original line
of scrimmage. So he got back to the line of scrimmage. Third down and 10 for the Dragons. Michael Huntley has it 3rd and 10 from the 41-yard line of the Golden Tigers. He looks over to the sideline. He gets his play, makes adjustments. He's been doing it all day. Has a man in motion. Receivers are shifting.
3 seconds.
And Huntley claps his hand, gets it off, finds a man open, and looks like there's a hole on the play. The officials agreed with you guys. They saw it, and we saw it.
I mean, he spun him around like he did at the prom on that one.
I thought he was square dancing.
Something.
Yeah, that's going to be 15 big ones. It's going to be stepped off. It was a holding, okay.
Yes.
I'm sorry, I thought it was a... holding, rather. Stepped off against the Dragons. 3:34 in the third. Score still tied 14-14. It's no runaway with these Dragons as the Golden Tigers are celebrating homecoming, the last homecoming for some of the seniors on the ball club. 3:26, Huntley takes his time, claps his hand. Huntley drops back, receives a lot of pressure from the Tigers, but they got it off still, and he's pushed out of bounds around the 35, but I don't think it's going to be good enough for a first down.
That is correct.
It could bring up about a 4th and about 5 or
4th and 5.
Now, here's the question. Is this 4th down territory? Looks like it is.
And Miles is going to go for it. They try to get the Golden Tigers.
That's Lane, Ken. Frank.
Oh, my goodness. The Dragons. Oh, maybe those uniforms maybe look purple. That might be what it is. There you go. Maybe I'm colorblind today. I don't know what it is. The Dragons have the football. I just hope when we play Miles, I don't call them Lane.
There you go. There you go.
All right, let's pause. We're listening to the Tuskegee Digital Network. It's just one of those days.
Here at Tuskegee University, some of our historical figures like Booker T. Washington, George Washington Carver, those are some of the people that created or started that Tuskegee experience.
This place is so different. You have a support system, a real support system. We may ball and parlay, but the most important thing we do is graduate. And after we graduate, we accelerate in everything we do.
It's like a loop machine. All around town, people trying to get down.
We're back to live action on the campus of Tuskegee University. The Dragons with the football. 2:37 to go. Here's Huntley, drops back, has time, sets up, wants to throw. He has pressure. He evades 1, 2, 3, 4 Golden Tigers.
It's going to depend on the spot, fellas. It's going
to be close.
The spot. We may actually see the walk the chains on this one. Let's see.
It's going to be very, very close. It depends on where we get the spot.
They bringing out the chains. You good call, Drew.
Oh, they moving them.
Now they gave them the first down. First down, Dragons. 2:05. No chains, guys. First down, 1st and 10 for the 31 for the Lane Dragons.
Lane has been noted for it, going without a huddle to get that play off real quick.
Huntley directs his Dragons. 1st and 10, ball on the 31-yard line of the Golden Tigers. Here's Huntley. Quarterback draw. Huntley finds his way, and he's going to get down to the 4-yard line on a quarterback draw play. And I tell you, he read that one well, guys.
That was a design run right there. Obviously, they picked up something on film because that's about the second or third big run that they've had between the tackles on today.
I would say we go with the lineup.
Here's the play. Here's Ike Brown, and Brown bursts down. He gets it down to around the 3-yard line, and just like that, guys, Brown is knocking at the door of the Golden Tigers.
On that play previously, Frank and Drew, they put Brown on the outside and moved the extra linebacker out of there so he can clear up the middle a little bit.
Here's a play. Ike Brown gets inside. He dives through. He's in for a Lane touchdown. And the Dragons are back on the scoreboard. We have a 2014 ball game, guys. 53 seconds to go in the third. And the Dragons, just like that, get back on the scoreboard.
And let's be real today, fellas. Lane has dominated this game.
Lane is, no pushover. I told you guys that before we started.
They really dominated this game. Tuskegee's 2 scores. Special teams,
that's right,
and 7 points off of a turnover. So if Lane takes care of the ball, they're blowing us out right now.
Lane, the PAT, it's up and it's good. 21-14 to score. We'll talk more about that after we come back. You're listening to the Tuskegee Digital Network.
Your ad could be ran here. MyJBN.com/support. MyJBN.com/support for more information.
Support the Black College Sports Network so we can continue to provide you coverage. Go to myjbn.com/support and be a part of the Black College Sports Network.
It's been difficult because I hadn't been able to see my grandchildren.
Back here live at Cleve L. Abbott Alumni Bowl. Lane Dragons lead the Tuskegee University Golden Tigers 21-14. 53 seconds remain in the third quarter. AD Drew here. Frank Lee, Ken Woodard. Ken, you talking about that touchdown run while we were on break.
Yes. Yes.
We're back to live action here as the Golden Tigers find a crease. They return the ball on the kickoff to the 34-yard line. It's going to come up with the ball. That's going to be number 5 for the Golden Tigers, Steve Hodges.
No, true. When we were speaking on the play before, that was great job by the Lane Dragons putting it in a different position. They went to a different formation to get their linebacker to the outside and had trips to the far left with the running back out there, which just took away one of the tacklers on the inside in between the hashes and ran the quarterback draw.
That draw was very successful.
That was great play calling. That definitely came from up top.
Then Ike Brown had no trouble at all getting it in for the Dragons. 46 ticks on the clock before the third quarter expires. Golden Tiger on that hurry up.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Offense trying to get it off. Will they get it off in time? They do. Play action, and it finds a man open. That's going to be number 17 for the Golden Tigers, Jamal Pritchard. And Pritchard gets a quick pass from quarterback Lewis Williams at the time the clock was about to expire.
I like the urgency. That's a good heads up. You know, we already had a penalty where we had to delay a game before, but that was good heads up that time by the Golden Tigers offense.
Second down for the Golden Tigers. They trail 21-14 at homecoming. Lewis Williams, second down and 6. That play good for 4. Williams on a long count has receivers to the far side. Hodges to the near side. Looks like Goodlow and Patterson going to be your backs. It's going to be off the fingertips of Steve Hodges. Couldn't hold on, guys.
I love it. I love it. I still like the play, Frank.
They look good.
Good timing, Rob. You got to fire it in there right because he had that picked off earlier today by linebacker 52. At that time, he really threaded the needle on that one, got it in there. It was just too hot to handle for Steve Hodges at this time.
21-14 is your score at the end of the third quarter. The score, Lane Dragons 21, Tuskegee University Golden Tigers 14. You're listening to the Tuskegee Digital Network.
Yeah. What's up? We need all the ladies to hit the dance floor. Where the ladies at? Hey! Lou, you think they ready? Let's go. Let's go. Slowly, yeah, she whispered to me, are you ready for me? Don't even ask for me, I spend this cash probably. If you get loose, we can lose it out on this floor. So what you got for me? Cause we could both be in my kitchen, girl, just listen first, I gotta see you.
You know, the real reason why I went after Comcast and Charter, it didn't have anything to do with my cable networks. It didn't. What happened was a gentleman wanted to do the Black College Sports Network in partnership with the HBCUs, and Comcast did not accept it, and that would have made a lot of money for these black colleges. Absolutely. And it would have educated the Black College Sports Network. This is what he wanted to do. That would have educated a lot of black kids. And when they didn't do that, that's when I came off the bench and said, okay, I'm gonna light you up like a Christmas tree. Okay, that was the real reason why I got into it, was when I saw what happened with the Black College Sports Network, which I don't know. I just knew that these black, right? I knew that these black colleges were going to benefit, and these black kids were going to get the education that they deserved and not have to pay.
It's been difficult because I hadn't been able to see my grandchildren.
An expression on someone's face when you do something nice for them.
I miss all my friends in school.
Visit GetVaccineAnswers.org so you can make an informed decision about COVID-19 vaccine.
bounce like a loop machine. Going around town, trying to get down.
When times get dark,
We're back live on the campus of Tuskegee University. Fourth quarter action where the Dragons of Lane lead the Golden Tigers 21-14 homecoming contest on the campus of Tuskegee University. Second down and 6. Ball is on the 37-yard line of the Golden Tigers. Lewis Williams has receivers either side. Williams, a long count, gets his instructions from the sideline. Lewis makes adjustments, takes the snap, drops back, unloads it, has a man open. It's going to be caught to Steve Hodges. Hodges will catch it around the 44-yard line. That's good for a Golden Tiger first down.
Move the chains, Frank. We haven't heard that too many times.
No, we haven't. Hey, hey, Ken.
Yes.
You surprised we haven't seen Tyson playing quarterback today? Tyson Williams?
No, we haven't seen any of them, but it's not too late. You know, Slater always has another trick up the sleeve. The versatility.
Here's a play action.
Good job.
Patterson gets inside. He is good. That's going to be good enough. Looks like.
Depends on that spot. Looks like they're about to
what
just
kind of
short.
spot are they going to give him on it? 5 yards.
Away from 1,000 yards.
5 yards away from 1,000 yards. Is that what you're saying? 14:02 in the game. Here's a play. Pitch out to Avante, and looks like Lane is going to defend well. They get back to the 49.
And if we're wondering about the confusion up here, we've got our SID up here shouting out as we're trying, got a milestone that may happen in this fourth quarter, so he's trying to keep us updated on this.
A lot of things can happen in this contest. It can be a game breaker. It could be a historic victory percentage for the Golden Tigers for its numbers, but let's keep it right here and take it where we have it.
Let's get third down right now. That's what we need to do.
Absolutely. Third down for the Tigers. Make an adjustment. Lewis Williams. Williams gives it up to Gut, and he is going to get back to the line of scrimmage. It's going to bring up fourth down, and Avante Patterson couldn't get the yardage that he needs for the first down.
It's
going to be close, very close.
Fourth and one.
Very close, 4th and 1. And Coach Willie Slater, preliminary indications are that he is going to go for it.
I think this is a good time for a quarterback sneak right here, but he's in the pistol, so that
4th
takes
and
that
1. He's in the pistol. You're correct. He's in the pistol. 4th and 1. Quarterback Williams gives it up to Gut, and easily he picks up the first down. Avante Patterson scampers in for the first down.
Avante Patterson, straight north and south.
Waiting on our SID to give us an update to tell us if that was the record-breaking carry or not.
We're waiting. 12:09 in the ball game. Golden Tigers pick up the first down. 1st and 10. Ball is on the 45-yard line of the Dragons of Lane. 21-14 your score. Tuskegee trying to make something happen late in the contest in front of the homecoming crowd here at Cleveland L. Abbott Memorial Stadium on the campus of Tuskegee. Lewis Williams drops back, throws long, looks for a man. It's going to be caught inside.
Oh, he was out of bounds.
Goodness.
We would have to turn that one to ESPN. He got mossed on that play.
Yeah, he got mossed on that one, but he was just out of bounds. But great play, great pass, but just not in bounds.
I like
That
him
was
getting the ball
Lewis
at the high
Williams
point to
connecting
Jamal Pritchard.
with Jamal Pritchard.
Yes, and he caught the
Had
ball
the
at the high
range,
point there.
had the timing, but he just was out of bounds. 11:37 in the ball game. Lewis Williams sets up, wants to throw, has a man open, finds O'Neal. And O'Neal picks up the Golden Tiger first down.
You know, I think O'Neal gave the shot right there instead of taking the shot as he was going out of bounds.
That's a good job, man. O'Neal was the guy that
Travian
O'Neal.
Earlier. He's a secret weapon, guys. O'Neal, and the thing about it is, when he catches that ball, he's going to do something with it.
And that's what we like. That's what we need. He's been consistent with that as well.
Here's the play. Williams on a long count, 10:52 in the ball game. Lewis drops back, wants to throw, unloads it easily, has Hodges. Hodges swirls around, gets inside. He'll get it to the 20. That play good for 25 yards. Move the chains. First down, Golden Tigers. Golden Tigers going over the top and doing it successfully.
That's what we talking about. Move the chains.
Lewis Williams gets the play from offensive coordinator Willie Slater. 1st and 10 for the Golden Tigers. Ball on the 21. Patterson off tackle. Bulldozes his way. Gets down to the 15. He gets 7 yards. He ought to get that 1,000 mark by now, guys. 10:01 clock runs. 21-14 your score.
While we wait on that, from Albany, Georgia. Albany State 23, Savannah 0. End of the third quarter.
Okay. All right. Okay. Eastern Division competition. 9:41. Patterson picks up that 1,000-yard mark. That's what we're hearing here across the press box. 9:33 in the ball game. Lewis Williams makes adjustments. O'Neal in motion. Oh my goodness, he was wide open. And Lewis Williams got sacked back there. Lane read well. And O'Neal got open there, but I tell you, something happened on that exchange there, on that play, on that assignment.
Yeah, somebody did not do that line blocking assignment and missed a whole person. Like the line slid right, and the defense the guy came off the left edge, and no one was there to pick him up, no one there to chip him or anything.
8:50 clock runs rapidly here at homecoming, where Lewis Williams is trying to make something happen in front of the homecoming crowd. Williams slips and falls, and he was down. He was actually down. That was a very crucial play.
That was a shoestring tackle, you know.
He got him.
Say, Lane been doing a great job on his second effort trying to make something happen, and just laid out and got a hand on his ankle and tripped him up just enough to get him.
Crucial play.
Very crucial.
Looks like Coach Slade is going to go for this one. 4th down and 17.
Tuskegee's going to take a timeout and think about it.
They're going to take a timeout. 8:04 in the ball game. You're listening to the Tuskegee Digital Network. It's 4.
When times get dark, we can't see the help that's all around us. Let 211 be your guiding light for mental health and other resources. Call 211 or visit 211.org.
Thank you guys for what you do for HBCU athletics. This is a fantastic avenue for all of us. This is our ESPN, so we love what you guys do. Brian, AD, Roy, all you guys at BCSN. We really appreciate what it is that you guys do for us.
Can I get the now bar, please? $1. Have a good one. Got it.
Hey, what's going on?
Hey.
Let me get a now bar.
Sure. $1.
Appreciate you.
Got it.
Bounty versus the old family dish towel. Drying with a fresh sheet of Bounty leaves your hands cleaner than a used dish towel that can carry and redistribute food residue. So ditch the dish towel for better hand hygiene. Bounty, the quicker picker-upper.
A gentleman wanted to do the Black College Sports Network in partnership with the HBCUs.
We're back live here in the homecoming event here on the campus of Tuskegee University. Field goal attempt. There was some discussion about it. It's 8:04 left in the ball game and 51-yard field goal attempt. And I'm going to tell you something about this field goal attempt after it's done. 8:04 field goal attempt, 51 yards. Is a range here. It's up and it's going to be short. Good! It's going to be good. And let me just tell you, 2 yards is no good. Let me tell you what I'm going to tell you about this. Homecoming, and you remember this. Corday Joseph out of Birmingham, Alabama against Miles on homecoming. I think he broke his record by 1 yard. He broke his record about 1 yard.
Let's see, Mr. SID, if you can hear us over there.
Corday Jones, tell us what the record is for the longest field goal. What it is. I know what it is. I was told that. He just broke Corday Joseph's record. I can tell you. I put money on it. If he didn't break it, he tied it. Corday Joseph kicked the field goal against Alabama A&M or either Miles during the homecoming. Was that during your time?
Yes, it was Alabama A&M.
Alabama A&M on homecoming. Kicked the field goal over 50 yards. Corday Joseph out of Birmingham, Alabama. With no time left. He might have broken Corday's record. Hey, Brian is going to tell us, but I can just about go on memory on that one.
Hey, Ken, I'm just going to ask you, remember which end he was kicking on? Was it on that same end or was it on the other end?
He was on the other end. Yes, on the other end. I remember it all. I remember it. I remember that day. It was fourth quarter. It was maybe a second left, and our broadcasting crew went wild. We had Frank Walker with us that day. Frank Walker Sr., Zola Burst, Steve McNair, and myself during that game.
Well, you just named some classic names.
Oh, I was there.
I'm just talking about those names you just called out.
That was our broadcasting. That was our football crew that day. 7:55 in the Golden Tigers homecoming, where Hussick just kicked a 51-yard field goal. We have a 21-17 ball game with 7 minutes and 55 seconds to go. And you know, guys, what I'm thinking, and I'm sure you're thinking the same thing.
What is that? Because my brain is
onside kick. Onside kick. And we are still playing Lane.
I think Lane is going to be looking for it because...
Yeah, they're going to be looking for it.
If you go back to the film, Tuskegee has tried this a couple of times.
And has been successful this year with it.
We know that's the career. That is his career long. We're trying to find out.
We know that's his career long.
We're trying to find out where that ranks in Tuskegee history.
We'll find out. It's going to be close. If they don't tie it, it's going to be the same. Corday's field goal was 51 yards.
It was 50 for
Corday.
Yes, Corday.
And his was 51. I think he just broke it. I think he just broke the record. 7:55, and unofficially, the field goal record of Corday Joseph may have been possibly broken today in this homecoming game. And I think that was a homecoming game then, too, wasn't it?
Homecoming game, yes, that was.
Yeah, I remember.
Alabama A&M. Couple of seconds left on the clock. Alabama A&M thought they were ready to go. They did go, though, but without that win.
The same man who kicked that record-breaking field goal will kick it off for the Golden Tigers of Tuskegee University. We're going to let Brian check that, but I'm pretty much going on my own memory. I think he broke it, but we'll confirm that by next week. 21-17 is your score. Golden Tigers just kicked a field goal with 7 minutes and 55 seconds in the contest. Husick gets a good one off. It's going to roll out of bounds around the 12-yard line. Ken?
And
There's still time.
There's still time, but that wasn't an onside kick.
No, it wasn't.
Try to get down there and pin it into the corner. And so they'll get the ball out on the 35.
They'll have it 1st and 10 from the 35-yard line. Huntley and company will break out against these Golden Tigers.
Frank, this is the defense called the duty right here. You know, they're gonna have to we need 3 downs and out. You know, we haven't had it too much all year. All game today. Excuse me. But this will be the time to get them 3 downs and out, and get that offense back on the field.
Huntley will call the signals 1st and 10 from the 35-yard line. Huntley claps, gives it. He finds it. He spins around. The runner does forward lane. That's going to be Newby. A couple spin moves then, guys. He spins around a couple of times.
New kid.
Okay, all right. I thought that was his name. 7:36 to go in the contest.
Ryan Whitaker,
21-7. He could run it, whatever his name is. 21-17 is your score. And in and around, and that play is going to be broken up. Making the stop for the Golden Tigers is going to be number 30 for Tuskegee University.
And
let's go, Cameron Tate.
I stepped away from the mic for a second. I tried to get in touch with previous SID Arnold Houston to see if he could recall, wait on him to return my call to see if he has any recollection of the longest field goal.
Oh, so you're doubting my memory?
No, I just wanted to, there might have been a road game that you didn't go to.
I
put money on that one.
I believe Brian did confirm it for us. Brian did confirm it for us at SID. He did announce that it was 51. He just broke the record.
Okay, here we go. Golden Tigers on a stop. 2nd down. Coming. Golden Tigers rising to the defensive occasions. Got to make something happen. Quick pass in a hurry.
This is football.
Is not on our side. 6:22, and the Dragons are trying to use up all they can.
It's 2nd and 12.
Second down and 12.
It's a big one.
All on the 45-yard line. You know, a big defensive turnover would be good.
This is classic, Frank. Drew, this is classic. It's going down to the 4th quarter, down to the last minute.
You don't want to come up short on homecoming again.
Yeah. You know, Tuskegee look forward to maybe give up one more series of first downs if they don't stop them on this series.
Here's Huntley. He gets it, throws it out of bounds.
You know, that helps us out. The clock stops right there.
Those clock stops. 5:45 in the ball game. 21-17 after Husick.
I love that.
The 1-yard field goal. And we're going to call it record-breaking. We'll confirm it, though. It's going to be close anyway. 21-17, your score. 5:45 in the contest. Lane 21, Tuskegee 17. Michael Huntley calling the signals, has everybody out. Huntley.
We need a big
changes
sack
the
right
play,
here.
takes his time, readjusts, claps his hand. Here goes Huntley. Looks over to the sideline, making some readjustment.
5 seconds on the play clock.
5 seconds on the play clock. 4, 3, 2, 1. They're going to take a timeout. And while they're taking a timeout, we're going to take a timeout. You're listening to the Tuskegee Digital Network. Football, baby.
Follow the Black College Sports Network and all of our shows on YouTube. You can find us at MyJBN Online and on all social media at MyBCSN1.
Let's get back to strolling instead of scrolling. Before we can safely come together, we need the facts on COVID-19 vaccines. Visit getvaccineanswers.org so you can make an informed decision for yourself and for your family.
This is the Dean of the College of HBCU Sports, Kenyatta Cavill of Dr. Cavill's Inside the HBCU Sports Lab with Mike Washington and Charles Bishop. Come mix it up in the lab where the course lecture is in session every Tuesday from 6 o'clock p.m. Central Standard Time on Facebook Live, YouTube Spreaker, or the BCSN app, as we discuss all things about the HBCU sports culture, including exploring the week that was in the sporting HBCU diaspora, as well as the upcoming week of HBCU sports. With me, the Dean, the College of HBCU Sports, on Dr. Cavill's Inside HBCU Sports Lab with Mike Washington and Charles Bishop.
Course lecture dismissed.
It didn't. What happened was a gentleman wanted to do the Black College Sports Network in partnership with the HBCU for these black colleges.
Absolutely.
And it would have educated the Black College Sports Network. This is what he wanted to do. That would have educated a lot of black kids. Okay? That was the real reason why I got into it, was when I saw what happened with the Black College Sports Network, which I
You're looking for the latest information on Southern University sports, the Southwestern Athletic Conference, and HBCU athletics. There's only one place to go. Tune in to the Carlos Brown Show, exclusively on the Black College Sports Network.
Let's get back to getting ticks instead of watching flicks. Before we can safely get out there, we need the facts on COVID-19 vaccines. Visit GetVaccineAnswers.org so you can make an informed decision for yourself and for your crew.
Bounty.
We're back to live action, 5:45 in the ball game. Lane has it 3rd down and 12. Quarterback Huntley has 2 receivers split to the near and far side. One back in the backfield. And the Dragons are trying to make some adjustments. They've done it all day.
They got 5 on the front line.
Take it down using the clock.
They got the dogs coming. Bringing the kitchen on the
Here's the kitchen. They're going to do it. Golden Tigers are going to stack them in, and Lane is trying to make some adjustments.
They got quads in the back.
There we go.
He back.
Huntley, he gets sacked. He's down. He's
what
down.
we needed.
Now we go to the dogs. That is what we needed.
Send the kitchen
14 and 15, the Twins rolls to the occasion. You like that, don't you, Ken?
I love it. Linebackers, hey, we make plays.
It looked like all the backers came. They had 4 D-backs back there playing right about the first down marker, but there was no one in the middle. But unfortunately, or fortunately for us, Huntley had no time to see that the middle of the field was wide open.
He got bounced by the Avalon duo, the twins,
the W2,
the Canadian twins made that certain play that made a big difference in this contest.
Now we need a big return right
here. We need it's over almost. He gets trouble getting it off. He does. He gets it off. And it's going to be a short punt. It'll roll down to the 40. 1st and 10 for the Tuskegee University Golden Tigers, guys. This is crucial. This is important. This is essential for the Golden Tigers now to play mistake-free ball, hold on to the football, and let's go ahead and do what we need to do.
Do what we do best every day. This is 4 quarters of football. Now you're down to the last change of connections. We got the ball in good field position. It's going to be about execution and being the winner that they've been fighting to be all year and growing to the next level. This will be the first time they would come back from behind and win in the 4th quarter, right? And Drew, this will be the first time this year that they. So this will be definitely a growing step for the Golden Tigers.
And we're going to take a timeout while we're taking a TV timeout. You're listening to the Tuskegee Digital Network.
Bounty versus the old family dish towel. Drying with a fresh sheet of Bounty leaves your hands cleaner than a used dish towel that can carry and redistribute food residue. So ditch the dish towel for better hand hygiene. Bounty, the quicker picker-upper.
This is Ryan Colbert. AD Drew and I are co-hosts of the BCSN Sports Wrap. We talk about all things related to HBCU athletics. From the games, teams, coaches, and fan interest stories, we cover it all. You can find our shows on Facebook at BCSN Sports Wrap, YouTube at MyJBN Online, and everywhere you listen to podcasts like Anchor, Spotify, Google, and Apple Podcasts. You can also find the show on the Jericho Broadcast Network's app. Make sure to download. We look forward to you joining the conversation and being a part of the show.
It's like a loot machine. Going around town, trying to get down.
We're back live to Cleveland L. Abbott Memorial Stadium with 4 minutes and 51 seconds. AD Drew left in this homecoming contest. The Golden Tigers trail it 21-17. They have a football, 1st and 10. The ball is on their own 41-yard line. This is time where you separate the men from the boys, AD.
Yes, sir. Now, we're down 4 points right here. Obviously, we need to get either a touchdown or 2 field goals. Yes, technically, we do have time to score twice, but I don't want to take that chance, Frank, unless you do.
No, I don't either. I want to go ahead and just send this one to the house, put it in the win book, and get ready for Kentucky State next week here at home. But we're going to have to take it one at a time here. Golden Tigers are going to have to make it happen to get to that point. 2nd down and 3, that last run for 7 yards. Here's Lewis Williams calling the signals. Williams gives it to Pat again. Patterson picks up a 1st down. Clock will stop with 4 minutes and 10 seconds. And the Golden Tigers, just like that, pick up a 1st down, Ken and AD.
Move the chains. There you go. Move the chains, Frank. And this is what we've been talking about. We're coming of age.
Yeah. You got to hold on to the football, play smart, can't get any penalties. Just got to play basic, fundamental football and mistake-free football, guys. 3:45 in the ball game. Lewis Williams has receivers split to the far side. Double tight end set. Here's the play. Patterson turns the corner, gets inside. He'll pick up another 1st down. Clock will stop with 3:29. Stop that clock operator. What is he doing? He's going to be short of the 1st down.
That's why he didn't stop.
That's why he didn't stop it. I'm sorry.
Hey, that man a trained professional.
I stand to be corrected. You know, that's why I'm sitting where I'm sitting. And he's sitting where he's sitting.
Exactly.
3:06. I'll stay in my own lane.
Aces in their places, huh?
2nd down and 1.
Was it fun on that? You know, you stay in your own lane as we play lane.
2:57 to go in the contest. Golden Tigers quickly trying to make something happen. Lewis Williams drops back, has time. Williams parts coming. Picks up a 1st down. Williams still on his feet. Gets inside.
I just told him to tuck that ball. Didn't you hear me say put that ball away, son?
Yes,
I think the ball was the ball dead.
Ball might be dead. Let's wait.
I think it was a dead ball. I hope it was anyway.
Let's see. Clock is stopped. Let's see what the ruling on the field is.
But man, oh man, what a drastic turnover.
I was saying while he was running with that ball out there like it was a loaf of bread that he needed to put it away. I know everybody heard me.
Man, you get down so close, but not close enough. I said it before the drive started. Mistake-free ball, no fumbles, no penalties. And just like that, Golden Tigers turn it over, but we're not going to give up yet. We're going to put it in the hands of the defense. The defense can do it. We're not going to give up on these Golden Tigers. 2 minutes and 40 seconds to go in the contest.
Just like they got it, we can get it back.
We can get it back. We've done it again. Here we go. Here's a play. And he's going to run out of bounds.
And that
pushed out of bounds.
That was important. Let's see. Did they? No, they're not.
I got to give you a question, though, Drew.
Go ahead.
You know, sometimes you're the hero or the GOAT. You know, he was trying to make something happen. If he'd have continued down there and got down there, it'd have been a great run. And everybody would be glad about it. But he's trying to make something happen. And when you're hungry like that, sometimes it goes for you, sometimes it goes against you. But you got to protect the ball at all costs.
You got to do that, and you can't.
But you can't play scared. You can't play scared.
And I agree with you.
You got to go out there, baby. Hey.
A little bit over-aggressive.
I agree with you. You can't play scared, but you got to rely on your fundamentals. And the fundamental play is you tuck that ball right there between the elbow and the hands up in there, especially when you're out there. You know you're getting ready to get hit. And so you know that how many fumbles you get like that, Frank.
I'll tackle the ball. He got the ball over there. I'll tackle the ball.
It's not over. It's 2:34, and we said it before it started. The Golden Tigers would have to play mistake-free, penalty ball, and just one of those things that happened. But it's not over. You got 2 minutes and 34 seconds. Big defensive play can turn this whole thing around. It has happened before. Let's hope it'll happen again. It's homecoming. You want to win. It's the final game for the seniors' homecoming. Let's see what's going to happen. 2:34 in the ball game. Second down and 1. Ball is on the 20. Okay, it's going to be on the 23-yard line.
23-yard line. Line to gain is a 29.
Huntley claps his hands, looks to the sideline. He's been doing that all day long. Gets those signals, trying to throw that defensive off, but the Golden Tigers are going to have to play attentive football here. Can't make any more mistakes in this contest. Go for the ball. The ball is the treasure, guys. Here's the play, and there we go.
Might be the ball game, fellas.
I tell you, that's
go get it. Go get it. Almost got that ball. Come on, Carl. Carl, you got him, Carl.
That might be the ball game, homecoming. Another week to 700, possibly.
Oh boy! What a play! No flag.
Oh yes, there is one.
Is there a flag?
Yeah, right there at the 26-yard line. I just saw it on the far side of the field.
There is a flag.
See,
that's got to be. That could be holding. That could be holding.
Even still, it's still a first down from right there with the block off.
It's 24-17. They kick a field goal. Well, 2 minutes and
blocking
it's not over, guys. It's not over.
In the back.
It's still not over.
You know,
still not over.
A first down by Lane right here ends the ball game. Let's be realistic. Still a first down.
Still a first down?
Yes, still a first down. The hold occurred 50 yards downfield.
Well, what are they doing?
10 yards from the spot of the
foul. Okay.
Yes, which is still a first down.
Yes, still going to be a first down. Lane is going to have the advantage of maintaining the clock and trying to take as much time as they can. They've been real good with clock management all day long. And guys, I can't remember in the history over the last 45 years where Lane has beat us on homecoming. It may be the first time.
It may be first time, yes. We had a couple of first times today.
As the student section is slowly clearing out, fellas.
2:07 left in the ball game. Golden Tigers gave the ball up and Lane has it. First and 10, the ball is on the 36-yard line. Here's a play, and just like that, the Dragons are utilizing the clock, 1:50 to go. They have the advantage. The Golden Tigers have, what, two left?
One timeout
left. One timeout left?
Yes.
And that was pretty close there, because actually when he went down, he didn't go down. He fell on top of a Golden Tiger. So he didn't actually hit the ground.
I think he fell on purpose.
He fell on Golden Tiger. You know, that didn't happen before where you didn't hit the ground. You fell on top of somebody. And but it was a good call by the referee.
1:18 to go in the ball game. It's homecoming. 21-17 is your score. Lane has been the dominating factor against the Tigers. Ball game number 699. Quarterback Huntley on the carry. So they're trying to get that ball.
They're just trying to run the clock out. Tuskegee has one timeout remaining.
Seconds left to go in the game.
I think you said it. When Lane got that first down, that was all she wrote. 46 ticks on the clock. 21-17 is your score. Clock still runs 40 seconds. And Lane is going to take their precious time trying to seal the deal on this win.
You know, I've been around this program for almost 20 years, and this would only be the second time that I've been at a homecoming loss.
Well, no, it's you.
That's it, me.
Okay, we've had three. We've had three kind of in the last 5 years.
Well, Frank was quite a storm too, as well.
Miles, Kentucky State.
I remember the Kentucky State one.
That rained on us that time too.
And that's a loser, folks.
Well, disappointing loss.
690 for 700.
Disappointing loss. No game. 700. Final score. Lane 21, Tuskegee 17. It'll be a wonderful ride back to Jackson, Tennessee, as they've come home here to Tuskegee and spoiled homecoming for the Golden Tigers. Final score, Lane 21, Tuskegee 17. We'll be back to wrap it up. You're listening to the Tuskegee Digital Network.
Your ad could be ran here. MyJBN.com/support. MyJBN.com/support for more information.
This is the BCSN Pod Zone, your place for the news, views, and conversations about all things related to HBCU athletics. Here are the BCSN Sports Wrap, Dr. Cavill's Inside the HBCU Sports Lab, Knights of the Round Table, the pregame show, the Carlos Brown Show, the ONG Strike Zone, and more in one place. We are changing the way you consume HBCU sports, one broadcast at a time.
Here at Tuskegee University.
We're back on the campus of Tuskegee University. Disappointing loss for the Golden Tigers at homecoming, 21-17. The Dragons of Lane of Jackson, Tennessee have come in and made it kind of interesting in the West, guys, in the SIAC West, as you mentioned earlier, AD.
The best.
Everybody has two losses, and that's going to make this whole Western Division a bit complicated.
Yeah, I want to see who in the SIAC office in Atlanta is going to be the one that has to do the math and go through all the different tiebreaker scenarios, as we have 2 weeks left in the SIAC season. Over on the east side, it looks like Albany State is the beast of the East.
Yeah, that's not too much of a hard decision over in the East.
Yeah, Albany State was rolling over Savannah State 30-0 last time that I saw in the fourth quarter. So
has Albany State played Fort Valley?
Albany State has Fort Valley remaining. That is the same weekend that Tuskegee plays Miles.
There you go. That's
up in Columbus. But right now, Albany State is 2 games clear of everyone in the East. So even if Fort Valley was to upset them, they would still be the representative. The one positive thing is the West winner will be hosting the SIAC championship. But for the SIAC, you almost have to root for Albany State to go ahead and win it out, because that's going to be the only opportunity we have to get a team into the playoffs.
You know, the thing about it is, if you look at it like this, 3 or 4 years ago, we were in the same predicament where you had a 3-way tie. And, you know, it came down to making those decisions. Golden Tigers got down to the end, could have turned it around, but that fumble, we talked about fundamental mistake-free ball, and that was going to be the factor in winning this game. Well, unfortunately, a disappointing loss for the Golden Tigers. Congratulations to the Dragons of Lane. 21-17 is your final score. Ken Woodard, your final comments.
My final comments, Frank. Good game, 4 quarters of football. They just beat us between the lines with first downs, rushing yardage, passing yardage. Their stats was good. They had minimal mistakes, and they played executed very well. And it was a good play calling that we're not forgetting there. By Lane College, they got us in some different positions where they were able to make the plays, and the guys executed well. And they just executed better than we did today at homecoming. We didn't come in as focused as we normally do. And by the time we realized we was in a football game, they had us by the tail. And
it was methodical football, Ken. And AD, you got some stats, and I know how they're looking. Go ahead and run them down for us.
Final stats, and when you look at these stats, Lane dominated Tuskegee offensively, 425 to 195, and yes, Tuskegee defense. It's been a long time since they've given up 400 yards to someone. Fairly clean game. Lane 3 penalties, 18 yards. Tuskegee only 1 penalty for 5 yards. So fairly clean game. 1 turnover each. Both turnovers were big. The Lane turnover leading to a Tuskegee touchdown, and the Tuskegee turnover pretty much sealing the deal and giving Lane the ball late in the fourth quarter. Looking at the individual statistics, rushing the ball for Lane, Ike Brown, 25 rushes for 170 yards, fellas.
Ike Brown.
Let's put that in perspective. Ike Brown, 170. Tuskegee, 195. Let's put that into perspective, fellas.
They called back Ike run on the last play 4 minutes ago.
Yeah. Michael Hundley, 18 for 24, 166 for Lane. And leading receiver, Anthony Evelyn, 8 catches, 64 yards. Michael Grigsby, 5 catches, 58 yards. For Tuskegee, Vontae Patterson had 17 carries for 70 yards. He went over 1,000 yards on the career. A good personal achievement, but I'm pretty sure he would have traded that for a victory. Yes. Lewis Williams went all the way today. 10 for 19, 1 INT, 123 yards, and 1 touchdown, but was sacked 5 times. Leading receiver, Jabal Pritchard, 3 catches, 51 yards. And Trey O'Neal had 2 catches for 17 yards and the lone touchdown receiving for Tuskegee. That about sums it up right there, fellas. Next week, Kentucky State.
Well, the Kentucky State Thoroughbreds come from Kentucky, come from Frankfort, and they're going to play the Golden Tigers next week. It's going to add some more complications to the West. Final score, Lane 21, Tuskegee University 17. For Ken Woodard and A.D. Drew, I'm Frank Lee saying happy homecoming 21. The Golden Tigers will be back next week. We'll be right here as the Golden Tigers take on the Kentucky State Thoroughbreds. Have a great evening and happy homecoming.
Football, baby. Golden Tiger football here today.
Holla.
Here at Tuskegee University, some of our historical figures like Booker T. Washington, George Washington Carver, those are some of the people that created or started that Tuskegee experience.
This place is so different. You have a support system, a real support system. We may ball and parlay, but the most important thing we do is graduate. And after we graduate, we accelerate